There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Broadbeach Bowls Club, where we've got a very, very good game of men's pairs for you coming up. Of course, this could not be brought to you if it wasn't for the sheer generosity of these wonderful sponsors. Identified Service, Cleaning, Maintenance and Management, is owned by Kevin Champion. Absolutely wonderful service. Major Events Gold Coast and Broadbeach Bulls. Three wonderful organisations that sponsor our great game. So if you could utilise their services, we do encourage you to do so. Thank you very much for that. Now, one heck of a game coming up here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's 21 ends, or 3.5 hours. So we've got a long afternoon. And in co-commentary with me this afternoon is one of Roma's favourites, John Hammond. Good afternoon, John.
Afternoon, Brian.
Mate, what a crack of a game this should be.
Most definitely.
We've got Sean Baker and Jimmy Anderson up against Clinton Bailey and Roger Stevens. Roger is a Kiwi, so we won't hold that against him because we even talked to Robbie and he's a Kiwi. And he's from the Broadbeach Bowls Club, and of course Clinton is from Tweed Heads Bowls Club. So we've got a great cross-section. Of course, Jimmy Anderson wearing his Inogra clothes, and Sean Baker, of course, is a Pelican, Musgrave Hill. 4 very strong clubs. Very strong clubs, mate. 4 very strong players too. This should be a cracker of a game, in my opinion, John. Look how well the green's running. Considering the amount of rain we've had, mate, you've got to take your hat off to Chris and Les. They do an absolute superb job here. I noticed you were rolling up on the back green there before. Yeah, it's sensational, mate. Even the back green is still running pretty good. They haven't done much to it today, so... Yep, still running absolutely beautifully though, mate. As all of the greens here, but we're going to be in for a bit of a late night tonight, John, with this game, as I said, just commencing. This is the first end. Should be one heck of a crack of a game. So this is a quarter final? Yes. Yep. Yes. Quarter final in men's pairs. Yeah, so that's why it's 3.5 hours, John, and 21 ends. The game we did previously was 15 ends. 18 ends, I should say. These are full games. Jim, of course, is not the fastest player in the world, as we're all fully aware, but the results that he gets by going through the same routine all the time, John, is absolutely incredible to watch, in my opinion. Very consistent player. Yes, he sure is. Pretty passionate about the game. Yeah, mate, he's a great bloke too, Jimmy. I remember these kids, mate, when they were juniors, 12 and 13 years of age. Show them age here, mate. No, it's not that long ago, Robbie. Yeah. Brian?
It wasn't long ago for me, I'm young.
Yeah, Robbie's old, mate, trust me. Robbie reckons his dad comes on here and watches. I said, mate, you couldn't have a father. He's nowhere in the world he'd be alive. Right. On you, Georgie. No, great bowl, yeah. No, it's not Grinder, Fraser. It's Johnny Hammond, mate. 6 inch. 6 inch, mate. Good on you, Fraser. How are you, my friend? Hope everybody enjoys the telecast brought to you by the Gold Coast Leadership Media Team on behalf of Bowls Queensland. So we see Roger. This is how he's got the shot with his last bowl. Jimmy just trying to draw it off. He's got about a foot. Good effort. Yeah, very good try there, mate. I'll say Sean and Jamie's got probably 2 or 3 seconds there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bake decides to get the edge of this. Well, it's only early. They haven't found the green yet, so yeah, might test his arm. Well, these 4 players have come over from the number 2 green. This is their first game on this one. G'day, Warren. Thank you very much for those 200 stars, mate. We do appreciate that. Clinton just trying to beat that back bowl of Sean's, I think. Get another bowl thereabouts. Not too sure what you mean by that, Warren. If you can just elaborate a little bit more. Yeah, swipe to the left, Warren. If you swipe to the left, it should come back, mate. So, Bakes, how close is he?
I think he's a tad quick. You get to the back one though.
There's another one in there, John.
Yeah,
so,
Clinton just got to beat this back bowl.
Hmm.
Get another bowl in the head. If not, Bakes can get that out. Probably 3.
What an incredible game we had last time with the two Nelson boys
Oh, I tell you
playing
what.
up against Damien and John, mate. That was a crack of a game.
Jacob was on song by what I've seen.
Yeah. Young Kane, both of them, mate, played incredible. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bakes has a bit of a look at this.
Yeah, I say that they got 3 seconds. Oh, there you go. Draw a touch for a 4 or 5.
5, yeah. You see how you go swiping to the left-hand side, Warren? It'll be just a little bit runny with this one, I think, John.
Yeah. Well, this
I said-
one's... I was talking to the players at lunch, while their time off, they said
Yep.
this one's definitely running a tag quicker than number 2. No roll-up ends, so...
Yeah. Mate, it disappears, Warren, when people don't make comment. So you've just got to keep flicking it to the left, mate, and it'll keep coming back up again, Warren. Must be on some type of time lock, mate, by the sounds of it. And you can only do that in your settings.
What length are we playing here?
Yeah, probably a 3/4, mate.
Yeah, I can't quite see. Don't touch it, Brian.
Camera work by BG. Nothing.
He broke it.
Nothing. I went to turn it. Change it, that's all. It's the same end.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. That's all right, I'll fix it.
We'll have to ring Tony, Brian, I think.
Yep. Now, I'll tell you a little secret, mate. I'm going to let you learn a hell of a lot here, John, because Mr. Jimmy C has got nothing to do, and he's going to come and do some commentary with you, mate.
No worries, thank you.
I'll leave you in the very capable hands. Now, you be gentle on him.
No worries. A good study from Jimmy. He's going to get right up to it. Not quite. Roger's just got to correct his weight. He's probably a metre short. He's got a pretty good grass line. Yeah, good correction there from Roger Stevens.
Everybody rings you when you're just on there, you know that. Always somebody rings you when you're on the
Oh, they can
on
wait.
the air.
I'm not important, mate. It's all right.
Okay, what stage are we here? Oh, Robbie's still putting them up.
Yeah, second end.
Second end. I've only played one.
Clinton got one on the first end.
Okay. Jimmy's not quite here, is he? No.
No.
This will be a pretty good game because obviously how hot that Baker plays and how Jimmy plays. Clinton, I watched a bit of the last game that Clinton was in. He was all over it like a rash. He drew touches all over the place. So
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting game.
I think we're in for a fairly close game. Nobody really says that you should be favourite to beat Big Jimmy and Bakes. But I'm sure this is going to be a game and a half.
Clinton just be giving Bowl a chance here. If he hit Roger up, would just get past. It'd be ideal, but...
Wanted to get past Jack High instead of making that
yeah.
happen. See him lick his lips just before they played that shot?
Very good port down here. Sit either the Bowls, trail the Jack. It's close.
Oh, he might be on the outside of it.
Oh,
He'd be unhappy about that. He's halved the target.
no, I think Clinton just be trying to draw a little toucher, I think. Hide that Jack.
Well, played that shot last time. He's one bowl wider, but if he gets there,
As he sent it.
he'll be front knocker.
Oh, great shot. Well played.
Mightn't be a knocker. Nobody's run up to mark it before he plays.
Oh, you heard the call from Jimmy. Just trying to get past. Don't want to lose your bolt.
They mightn't be able to hear the call, but he needs a little off that.
Or if he
Karen
stays
Napper.
up.
Karen Napper's on the Go Clinton. I suppose that's close relation of Rod Napper, I'm guessing.
It did stay up at the back. Right on the lip. I say Roger be going around the back here. Any contact on that bowl, it's going to go straight back. I don't see him getting it clean.
It's angled not far away from where the backward is too.
There it is.
There it is, a backward. You don't get much better backward than that.
No, you don't.
Brad Trout's talking about a wet, cold day. Well, we haven't got a wet, cold day here at the moment. We've had quite a few through the tournament.
Hopefully the weather hangs off for the singles as well.
Is John still at Algester, it says here. I remember John running around South Toowoomba years ago.
I'm currently at Roma still. I played Prem League for Algester. Looking to eventually move down there, yes.
And district sides for...
I didn't play district sides, but it would have been for Marino Warrego.
Okay. I know the old boy did.
Yeah. Played for the Downs. He's no good anyway, Jimmy.
Well, he'd be the second best bowler in your family, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Pop's the best.
Clinton is the first cousin of Karen Napper from Grafton. I knew Rod Napper played many years, still does as far as I know, for Musgrave Hill.
Jimmy just be looking to make contact on this. They still got the best back. Well, he's going big. He got the wind up.
Yep, he's going the wind up. He's up.
Yeah, he's got his own.
Not yet.
Oh,
Dead, I reckon.
don't know if it went out or not.
Went on a bit of an angle. We're going to have a look. We're going to have a look at it.
I don't know.
I think Clinton thinks it's out.
Yeah, it's out. Dead end. Alright, so we replay that one. Could be a long night.
7:05's the bell.
No, good lights at Broadbeach.
Well, we've got rid of Brian Marshall. He's struggling to talk after doing 2 games.
Oh, you have a week isolation.
Well, you'd think he was only talking to himself. I didn't think his voice would wear out if he was in a week isolation, but I suppose he was gargling that Bundaberg product.
Yeah.
Might have destroyed his vocal cords.
You might add 1 or 2 during quarantine.
1 or 2 somethings.
Yeah. I think if Roger and Clinton are going to win this game, Roger's got to beat Jimmy up front, I think. You got to beat him to the jack.
Yeah, well,
Just the class that Sean and Jamie can't really give him much room.
you can't give them much room, but the guys have been playing good in the first 2 rounds. I couldn't snuff them out the way they played last round. Every time I write R. Stevens, I think Ray Stevens. But
Handy start there from Roger. Probably a foot short, if that.
Jimmy's going to stick on the same hand. A lot of leads would swing there.
Yeah, just build the head for Sean, I say. Get 2 bowls thereabouts.
That's the whole idea in this class, is put 5 or 6 bowls somewhere around the head that you can work to, like that one.
Meter pass doesn't hurt.
Ah, go Daddy, we've got. Of course we're cheering for the Bailey crew. Jeff Maskell is watching. He's probably resting after yesterday.
You just look at them other matchups, Jimmy, on your left-hand side of the green, like Nick Cahill versus Aaron Sheriff.
Try that one out for size.
How's that for a matchup? Ryan Digby versus Kane Nelson, and what's that, GC versus Matt Lucas?
Well, we're just checking him out to see if he was a relation of mine, but I've found out that that's only his initials.
Oh, Roger.
G and C. Like I use the JC, capital C, quite a bit, but mostly only at Easter.
Clinton just be trying to match Jimmy's, I think.
Brad Lawson's got a comment there. What's Brad saying?
Oh, Chloe said, how many dead ends do you reckon they're predicting for this game? And he said, by my calculations, about 7.
Well,
there's time games, so it won't be too many.
Well, when I'm not too sure how many dead ends they had in the last game with Scotty, DeJohn and Nick Carl coming out ahead, but
6, I heard. 6, Nick told me after the game, he reckons.
He killed 6, the other guy killed 3. They only played 13 or 14 ends in 2.5 hours.
Too many close bowlers, Jimmy.
Not too many accurate drivers. You get...
We're going to get past.
Oh, he did too, and he flopped in. No, he didn't flop in, but he didn't have to.
That's definitely one. Sean Jupiter trying to draw the shot here. He's got a pretty good arc.
I saw a comment there about staying off the... How good's that one?
Oh, not quite.
It's at least a foot. About waiting for the bowler to come to rest before you get on the mat. Well, the way Omar plays, the way Baker plays, just looking at round a couple of them, and the Nelsons, and Matt Lucas, they don't muck around. I suppose it's Bester and...
Yeah, they don't muck around.
Ryan Burnett, they know what they're going to do. They swivel round. You think they've got their eyes closed.
Yeah, no.
And play it so quick. Another good bowl here.
You do it that many times, I guess.
He gets around that. He's a knocker.
Oh.
Ooh, unlucky. He made it fall back too. It's a little bit hard guessing. We see exactly the same picture as you guys see at home or wherever you are.
Jamie gives his bowler a chance here, be nice. Like he sits one of their shot bowls, jack down the lines, 3 for him.
Basically drawing, and he's just about drawn it.
Oh, good shot.
Now it fell back.
Yeah, no, Clinton said 1 down.
Okay. The second shot might be a foot behind at that rate.
Yeah, Roger's only got a couple of rolls on his own. I think he's a tad wide.
It's going to come a bit. Here it comes. Oh no, it's a tad quick, if anything.
Well, you got Clinton bowls in a good home there.
Yep. Well, he was planning to roll those 2 bowls up, I guess, and he played with draw grass. You were right where you said that he was just a fraction wide.
Jamie's got to do the same again. Another bowl on the head. Say Clinton's got 2 seconds there.
Talking to some of the players out there,
Oh, good effort.
they were such a surprise that the bell went on them, and they were the leading players. Matt Lucas, Chris Lviv, said, "What have you strung the bell too early?" And they thought it rang at 2.25 hours. It was 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And they had only played 16 ends, and they were so surprised that it was 2.5 hours. But they've said the green's running best part of 15.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're playing on good greens and you're playing against a good quality opponent. It's hard to get your games in. Like if your heads are tight and you got a few important bowls, you take a couple minutes to work out what shot you're going to play. They do push the time limit.
We hate the time limit.
It's got to be there though.
We could shorten the games down to 15 ends, keep the time limit. As the ladies in one game only played 20 ends and got a result 14 to 12
Yep.
on 20 ends in 3.5 hours.
Yeah, righto. It's a long time.
Junior Thane thinks that Bakes will win by the length of the straight. How long's the straight? Kevy Anderson, I was going to say he thinks, but no, he's just watching. I tell you what, one of your good friends in there called Ryan was thinking of asking him to do a bit of commentary, but after the first couple of schooners, straight after the first game, he's followed him in with a few more, Kevin.
Oh. I think he's not the only one.
He'd be pretty hard to understand at any time, but he'd be very hard to understand at the moment. He's got the volume knob on 9 at the moment in the TAB area. Did he get inside that?
Well, he's close. He's just got to pull up. Could be
He
quick.
got a rattle.
Oh, that'll be 2. We're just going to have a look. It looks 2 from here. They're not going to tell us.
No, they like to keep a secret. And we'll put the mat on the 6 foot line.
Yeah, this will be going all the way, it will.
I guess you've got to say 2 metre line, haven't you?
This will be going T to T.
Or ditch to ditch.
Oh. No, it's going short.
No, just wanted the mat back.
Oh, it's
It's reasonably long.
medium length, really.
Yeah. It's probably 4 metres.
I watched Sean and Jamie's game play against Stephen Tong and Nathan Rice last game, and I think nearly every end was either minimum or maximum length.
Yeah. Myra says, hard to watch, better to be on the green playing. Had to give it away after many years. Good bowling, enjoyed the game while you can. Junior, getting primed for Rangers tonight. Yes, he's getting primed for Rangers tonight. We was doing a few quotes there before.
Good start there from Jamie.
And a good answer too.
Yeah, great shot. So this is where Jimmy's first bowl is such a good bowl, being that 2 foot behind. He gives his bowl a chance here.
Well,
You don't really want to be short.
I was commentating the ladies' game, the quarter-final early this morning, and I commentated the first 5 ends, and the jack moved every one of those ends, and it was just, the ladies weren't smacking it around, they were tickling it around, and it was just going a foot here and 3 inches there.
Yeah, you very rarely play a match at this level without the jack moving. Always gets around.
Nighttime Premier League games when the green's dying and heavy, the jack never stays.
Definitely not. Too easy.
We've got a bit of Facebook trying to scam us here, Robbie. You've got rid of him?
It's just come up on your a little bit slow.
Okay.
Is that V something or other?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'd say Sean can play nice and confident up to this. He plays this shot so well, though.
Plays all shots pretty well.
He gets back down to the back one. Yeah, another one there.
I can remember in, 2006, Bakes was still playing for Northern Territory, and Northern Territory hadn't won a rubber for 5 years,
Yep.
and they were 6 in front last end, and everybody in Darwin was there watching. Bakes was playing skip as a young, he'd have been 17 or 18, and there was 6 in front and 7 down on the head with his last bowl, and everybody said, well, he'll drive him out. You hit 2 of those bowls there. There's 7 shots all over the place, and he drew through 2 gaps and drew a resting toucher.
Oh,
and
won him the game.
the crowd went crazy. That was the first win from Northern Territory for quite a while. It was against one of the leading teams, and whether it was New South Wales or Victoria, but he was a hero at the time. He played a draw shot through a gap. Since he's come to Queensland soon after that, I think he's won 12 state titles or something like ridiculous.
And the rest, there's heaps.
14, Robbie just said. Eight down against South Australia. David Baker saying, I was there, Bakes. I thought it was only 7, but it might have been a measure for 8. There was 6 in front, 7 or 8 down, and he drew a toucher. They'd almost hoyed him over the fence. They were carrying him around the place.
Well, he's close here, Jimmy. Get down a tad.
He's down there.
Get down.
Straight.
Oh, he had good weight.
He was unlucky not to get the little tickle. The little tickle cost him.
Just draw the shot, Clifton said. Get another bowl thereabouts.
I don't know a lot about Roger. Know a fair bit about Bales, but okay.
Not sure what Jamie's playing here.
I think he's just be drawing to a foot over.
Yeah.
Just tap it a bit, open it, get another close bowl if not.
Not a bad arc.
Gets here. If he gets here, he's across.
No, it's in the way.
It's drawing pretty well. Robbie tells me that Roger plays lots of games, him and his wife, and they come from deep down the South Island of New Zealand. That'll be down near the Bluff Oysters at, down south of the South Island. We got down as far as Bluff just to have oysters. Then I knew it was south.
Have you got that 4x2, Robbie? Might have to go knock him out. Well, he just gave his bowler a chance to try to sit the bowl out. Probably a bit quick.
Well, we see Nick scored a couple of 2s.
Yeah, 4-1.
Score anything you score against Omar's something.
They're both in really good touch. Nick and Aaron. What's Nick got? 2 gold and a silver out of 3 events so far this year.
Yep.
It's not a bad effort.
Omar's got gold and a silver out of 2. Thought Bake might have just tried to arrive on the other way.
It's a tad quick. I think Clinton's just be trying to turn this bowl over once by the looks of it. You can't play too much weight.
close.
But he's got to get down a tad. Well played, but the bowl's gone with it. Wow. Don't know if it's 1 or 2.
Hard to think that the bowl rolled as far as the jack went.
Yeah. It's only 1 looking outside the tent.
Dave Baker's made a comment on that game against South Australia. It was the second win of that series. I would think that you won another one after that, Bakes, because I'm pretty sure that was the first win. Could easily won another one after beating South Australia.
Sean's just going to go for cover here. By the looks of it, getting sudden past. That's the best back. He's only going to roll it a couple more times, hasn't he, Jim? To that back bowl of Rogers.
He's got to get there. That's the problem child. He's got to play a good shot.
That hand will definitely get back. It's drawing well.
Beautiful picture of some of the spectators then. Is that why you cut it off quickly? Saw my darling brother watching there. He's getting back.
Quick, he does not want to get his own. Oh.
Now we'd say 1 and a look.
I think that's all they're getting is 1.
He doesn't want to give him 2.
3 last night it was, Jimmy. Look, Robbie's got on the board.
Okay.
1.
I think it was only 1 because Roger would have
2.
made measure.
It's 2. 5-1 on the scoreboard down the other end. So Sean Baker up 5-1 after 3 ends of 21.
I know you were playing in that game, David. You were the second best Baker playing in that 16. Or that 12 that year. Start of the 12 teams. We did have a nice game out at one of the slightly outside of Darwin clubs. We calling the second game off, and we went on a cruise on the harbour.
Very nice.
He's turned his back and walked, showing little interest in this one.
You don't see that too often from these players. Bit of a chance here for Roger. Make him pay for that. It's nothing worth that you play a short bad bowl and the opposition lead just nuts it.
It's nearly up. It's nearly up past Clinton. Not quite up.
Right. So only needs another metre. Matty Lucas off to a good start, up 4-0 against GC.
We can see the muscular frame there on the left of Robbie Allen. He was going out to get him away from the line, but he got waylaid with a chat just outside the shed here.
Right, so Jamie changed his hand. Didn't want to hit his own. He's dropped short again.
Well, the shadows are coming across now.
A chance here for Roger.
We're getting to a time of the day that it may be slowing. It's obviously going to slow with the water that's in it. The water that's in the green, it's obviously going to slow by the time we get anywhere near 7 o'clock.
Oh, you're not wrong. It's not bad loose bowl there from Roger. It's good effort.
Jimmy pulled his hat down over his eyes as he walked past his skipper. As you do. I thought he might have walked around a few more metres to the side.
Sean's going to try to miss the blue bowls on his forehand.
Who is leading for Sheriff, I think's that question over there. That's the one and only Sean Ingham on his home track.
dropped another 2, they did. 6-1 over there to Nick Cahill.
And Bakes immediately run into his lead short bowl.
Nothing worse. Nothing worse.
Yeah, so something worse, you run into your own short bowl.
Yeah.
That's the one that's worse.
No, you're not wrong.
And then you the opposition, you hit the opposition up for 1. Tomorrow morning we have semi-finals of the ladies' pairs. They'd already completed this part of the event, seeing as they had only 7 sections compared to 20 in the men. The men were then required to play 3 games today, and the ladies only 1, so they've had a day of rest. And we'll come out firing in the morning in the semi-finals. At the same time, the men are playing their semi-finals, and the men's final will be the live stream game.
Yes, Boko Lindsay, that is John Hammond commentating.
Little Grinder, I've heard, but there's a few nicknames to go with that.
Yeah, nice pass there for Roger, down the forehand, just under Sean's and about the track.
Somewhere near the grass.
He likes it. Just having a look.
Somewhere near the grass.
I say that's in the shot. Wouldn't be far off.
The long ways, it could be. The long ways make it a bit tricky.
We can't see, but they're not looking too interested. Oh, you got it out of the way. Call from Sean, just beat your last and you can't. Might order Jimmy a bigger shirt, I think. Big Jimmy Anderson. Short again.
It wasn't that far short, but he had to play the same bowl. He might have caught his own bowl.
Yeah, it's one of them heads you want to give your bowler a chance, like you got everything going for you.
This one's not up either, I don't think.
No.
It's still coming.
It's going to get down in his zone, I think.
It's still coming, and it's not up. This is put down to the green slowing, I'm sure. The shadows come across the green. You can see that yourself on the TV there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Oh, the other one got knocked up. Shot bowl got knocked up. So we have 9 bowls that finished between 2 and 3 foot short. And 1 bowl that's behind Jack High. I think he nearly got them both.
Nearly got them both.
I guess you can't hear that on the microphones here. It's a good shot, Bakes. You can fall in off that one, you count like that. Maybe counts.
Well, Clinton's only got to arrive. If he gets a gap, he sits Sean Baker's, or if he hits his own in.
Well,
that's all him on that side.
Hasn't got much to lose except his smoker's cough, as they say. Shouldn't have said that about Robbie, should I?
Peter Leon, I'm not too sure. He plays from Paradise Point.
Close here. He's up. Does he get back to Bake's bowl?
Tad quick.
Well, he was playing exactly the shot you called to arrive down there and contact something. He did it all except get a result. And even Bakes can drop one short. About 3 foot, just where that nice line of bowls is.
So what do you reckon? Who's got shot here? You think Sean's got one?
The one on the right, the Speckley shot, the one that got knocked up. Oh, maybe not when we're looking at here.
Going by the lines, Rogers shouldn't be too far away on the wing.
Oh, is he here? Yes, he's here.
He's close. You got the same weight.
He's got to get that ball on the runner.
Yep, good shot. He had the same weight.
Shot Clinton. He had a lot to get. And he got it.
So there'll be one. Makes it 5-2 to Sean Baker.
Getting a bit tired there. Hello, Peter Leon. Who is GC? I think his name's Glenn Clinkett, and he only goes by his initials. He'd be PL. And someone that used to play with us here at the moment, PJ Johnson. I was just chatting with Peter Johnson. Who is GC? I've been trying to straighten up that Glenn Clinkett.
Early clap from Clinton.
He was playing that good in the last game, winning by 20-7. We were going to claim him as a relation, Afghan. Nearly on it here. Little bit more work. Another foot.
Good track.
Well, we expect Big Jimmy to play something like that.
Rogers singing in the same hand like he should. Just build the head. He's got a good arc. Yeah, it's pretty well played. It's a good bowl.
Just played that little foot wide to make sure he didn't touch that bowl.
Good, sets it up for Clinton.
With the setting of the sun, it's just got a bit of glare across where we're looking. We can't really look across from where we are at some of the other heads. Very handy bowl there.
Good effort.
The other 3 games are very hard to see at the moment with the sun just in that angle. We've obviously got everybody on that screen there. We can see the sun beating on the tent. And the shadows have just about covered the green, which always happens here. Playing many years at Broadbeach in district sides and things like that, where this green does drop because the shadows come obviously earlier than the 2 greens behind us because of the buildings across the road. Need a touch to get in the head, but
A chance here for Clinton. Tries a jack around the corner. Makes it hard for Baker.
it's somewhere near the right grass.
Yeah, good effort. It's probably nearly drawn the shot. That's the same on the other hand for Sean now. Get his own up or sip one of them shot bowls.
He's going.
Gone.
Not gone very far.
Well, he's drawn the shot. Jack high. Good bait.
The angles favour the jack high bowls compared to the long bowls that we're watching. See that brute of a thing, Scotty de Jong, walking down there next to Nugget. And we used to think of Nugget as a little bloke. When he walks alongside of Scotty de Jong, all of a sudden he's a big bloke.
Still the same shot here for Roger. If he can tuck that jack around the corner, they have 4 shots. If it's a bit wide, he can sit Bakers.
Coming through.
Oh, good bowl.
Oh, that's a sort of shot.
There you go. Sean just asked, give your ball a chance, change it up a bit. Sit one of the wing ones or get your own through the jack.
Okay, Clinkett played with Wilson Alexander for Paradise Point in the Premier League. We've just got a story on there. Now Bake's going to do it. Robbie's going to get a bit toey here shortly.
Oh, it's a good effort. Can we get a repeat as of the last bowl? He has his memory.
Well, he's out there. So the green's freeing up and they're coming. That would have got back to the line. Nearly got back to the line. I'm wrong again. It was pretty hard to see it on the way down. Full draw.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to get the edge of the kitty here, but he's got heaps of other options.
Well, something like the right grass. And he's arriving, so he's got to be a chance of splashing the white.
Alright, it's 1 down to 1 down. It's not a bad bowl.
It was a bloody good bowl. It was a good bowl.
Gives Baker a chance.
And you wouldn't say he's going to miss from there. Arriving down for the jack or the bowl, dragging it round the corner. We'll see what Clinton can do first. He's up.
No, it's up and past. Doesn't hurt.
Well, that's on the angle that it might be going.
Sean just be looking to replace that shot bowl, I think.
He's playing a bit of weight. It's got a lot more weight than replace.
Oh, he's got 1 out of it.
He got shot out of it.
Wow. Didn't see it that way, Jimmy.
No, didn't see feathering, catching the corner ball and cutting it forward. The Minister for Everything's had a long day. He's starting to hallucinate. He reckons that's the only way it was on. He was going to play that shot all the time. This is game 3 of a long day for Robbie. He had a long day yesterday. He had 3 games of bowls. He locked it. Then he has to do the shed and all the equipment. If he gets down under a 14-hour day, he's lucky.
He's playing a bit of weight here. Give the ball a chance.
Just going to hang that bit.
Yeah, see, that's the extra weight you plate. Holds tad.
It's a hard weight to play, just 3 foot over, because you go one side or the other normally. Probably he was 4.5 foot, which was what he was looking for.
Well, that's me and you, Jim, but Aaron Sheriff don't miss them very often. So
Look
they've
at-
won a couple ends in a row now, 6-3 at Omar's rink.
Yes, Dean Shaw. Des Baglin is playing with Clinkett. And Fee says such lovely things. She's such a lovely person. Under the Anderson-Baker combination. And that sun's starting to go down. We're starting to see a little bit better what's going on the other games.
And they're sticking to that medium length, Sean Baker and Jimmy.
Yeah,
Matt back, Jack in the middle.
not long, not short. Just play 3/4 until you grind the opposition down. You don't have to go to extra long or extra short unless you start to panic or you need to go to a different length. If they would be the favourites on paper. If you're the favourites on paper, you just play the mid lengths and just hang in there.
Metre short.
Jimmy's managed to play that metre short going that way with his first bowl. John Burriston's on board, and there's a story there from Joe Jones. Neville Blakely might miss the bold. Is that the bold and the beautiful?
Jamie's just got out a metre of weight here.
Most of these blokes are on the bold side, not the bold and the beautiful. Round it and on it.
Right. Good bowl. Get around that. Good weight. Troy, yeah, Scott De John is leading against Sean Ingham. Well, Roger, you made sure his bowls are passed. Always gives you Skip a chance, then.
Yeah, so these greens are improving by every game, I think. I know the greenkeeper badly wanted to roll them after the first game. He didn't get to roll the other one, but just how it worked out. And here comes Bakes.
Little touch around the corner. That is a great shot. Hides it away.
Well, we're coming down the forehand. We're going a little half a bowl and the jack. He said, I've got 2 games to go after this one. I want to roll it. So away he went, rolled it. It found a fair bit of pace in rolling, and when the rolling went off, it came back. But, he nearly got this one on the right angle. About there.
Hurry.
One more.
Just down, that's shot. Done enough.
It would have been awful much better had it sat down.
Yeah, but Baker gets down to this bowl, sits it out, doesn't give Clinton and Roger much to play with.
I just heard a smack next door and looked up, and Kitty's 6 or 8 foot up from the closest bowl. Scotty scored. Scotty's got the jack anyway. On the jack bouncing up the green, that's basically how they beat Ryan Burnett and Ryan Bester. Ryan Burnett. Bester smacked a jack, 2 down, ricocheted around, went 6 foot up in the air, bounced on 3 bowls, went over on the side, and they lost 5.
Ooh, that hurts.
They lost the game by 3 and seems to think that might have made a difference.
Good effort there from Clinton.
Who's the young spectator standing next to the tent?
That would have been Robbie Allen, I think.
No, it's the guy in the white shirt there just on the left. just to the left of Jimmy now.
Can't tell from that far away.
I know the one across under the word state would be John C. He's standing up now, the guy they were talking about with the white shirt just outside the tent.
Anyway, Jimmy just gives the bowler a chance. He gets down to the short bowl, or you can get off Clinton's wide one.
Gets
the same result.
He's quick or wide by a bowl.
So he's probably just wide. I think that's pretty good weight for the shot. Like, he sits that bowl, he gets off Clinton's, make 2 or 3.
It's not a bad place to be, but
No,
it's
definitely not.
It's quite on the cards for counting.
So they kind of, you got to be a little bit careful. They need another bowl in the head because both them bowl goes with a bit of weight.
They got to play different shot now.
Yeah, both bowls goes clean for 3.
Yell out and ask him who he is.
Well, Jamie likes it. He's in the area.
Got to get off that one yet. No, he got off it. He got the shot bowl.
Good bowl. He made 1 at least. So Ryan Digby's up 5-4 against the Nelson brothers after 6 ends. Matty Lucas up 10-5.
Catches out, the kitty goes. Where does the kitty go?
Oh.
That bowler Bakes followed it last time when it got tapped.
So that's 3 by my eyes.
4.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, it'd be a good look for that 4th one. Definitely 3 though.
Don't want to give Bakes too big a lead early in the game because
you won't get it back.
He's likely to double it.
Well, if he draws and beats this wide blue one, he'll count. He might be going for some cover.
Oh, I guess he's going for cover because
he wouldn't be that quick.
We're not drawing. We're going to have to hammer down there and split those 2 on the backhand. Might get them all. Split those. Kick that one onto the...
Yeah, big bowl here. 4 behind. Don't really want to drop a 3.
Don't want to leave anything behind when you let this one go.
He's just got to change it with his first bowl. Give himself a chance for his second.
He likes that mat to be exactly right. Someone's kicking around. Bakes normally does kick it round a bit.
Drag that foot. Back foot.
Kicks it off the centre line by 1/2 inch and Bales throws him out. He's got to straighten it up again. It's the right weight, but not quite the right... Oh, he could get off that.
I would say it's definitely 4 down now.
And the target has diminished somewhat.
Well, he has opened up a draw shot on his backhand.
And he hasn't got much else now.
Going from a drive to draw is always hard, though.
Bakes very likely to draw another one here.
Right.
He's staying nice and wide. He doesn't want to get too close to the action over there.
Well, say it's still 4. 4 and maybe a look, but...
Well, we'll say 3, and because that black bowl might be in contention when you get a bit of a look at it. the angles aren't always. It's 3 or 5. The black bowl over there, just short, might beat these back ones.
See what he plays. I think he should just draw the shot here, back himself in.
Yes, he's got to draw, and it's got to be a good draw. Can't afford to do this, well, what looks like 4 shots. He pointed it well.
Or he's chasing. He might like
Well, he knows he's got to draw it, and he's quick. Just how quick now?
Oh.
Just quick enough to be no good.
It is hard going from a running shot to a draw, but there's a difference between the really good players. 4 it was.
4 was the signal, I think. Was 5. Julie Allen is watching. Now, he's getting tireder and tireder, but he's just had a little biscuit, so he might live through the day yet.
Well, I think Clinton want to win this end. I don't think he wants to get much further behind.
Well, there's 15 ends to go. We've got plenty of time to... The earlier you get behind, the more time you got to kick back.
Yeah, not 9 shots though against Sean Baker and Jamie Anderson. It's not ideal.
No, it's less than ideal. But we're just coming into the darkness. We get into the full darkness with the lights beating on and the green changing in another 3 or 4 ends. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Nick Cahill just played a bomb in the next rink over. Try the jack. 2 or 3.
Rogers just left it behind a bit.
Alright. They give you another one if you do that.
Never ever heard that saying before, because I'd get a lot of another ones. Brad Colson, Lindsay Ponting.
Good correction from Jamie.
Yeah, they're the sort of bowls that win games. You got to draw, and you got to draw within inside a foot if you're going to beat the good players. It's not much good taking a bowl out that's 2 foot away for 4 shots when you're playing people like Omar or Baker, because they can draw within 2 foot with their eyes closed.
Sure can.
So it's only useless taking out a bowl for 4 because you know you're going to lose 1. How are you, Jimmy C. from Naughty? You must be old enough to retire, Naughty. It's going to be able to get some peanuts off him when he used to be the peanut rep.
It's about the grass, for sure.
And he's about here, of course. You do that little tuck up like he did a couple of ends ago.
Oh, tuck it away very nicely. Makes it hard. But there's not a bad shot on the other hand there for Clinton. Just arriving just under his own.
More than a draw.
Yeah, you only need a metre. You sit
Played
the
it
bowl,
well.
trail the jack.
He's given it a big chance.
Roger's on the running surface.
Ooh, he's a little quick. Maybe not a little quick. He's ended up the... Thought he was tighter than that when it was coming down the green. Not far off. Yes, he got past that bowl.
Well, that's 2, 3. My bad.
3, but the shot hasn't changed for Clinton.
You can keep
Going
the
on
same
the last
weight.
bowl, he's got that. Has he got the same weight? Close enough to the same weight.
Well, he needs to hold. Oh, good shot.
Something like that.
Got a little flick, but he had very good weight.
It ended up being gentle. I thought he was a bit quicker than that. The sponsors: Identified Services, Cleaning, Maintenance, Management, with the email address and the website address. I understand that Kevin Campion can't get here today. He was organised for a chat with Brian and then be here for the presentation. Kevin Campion being a ex-Broncos, I think, played for New Zealand and State of Origin. He'll be here tomorrow to present the trophies. He's the rep for that. Major events, Gold Coast, as per always. And, of course, it looks like Barry there, that picture of the Broadbeach Bulls. It looks like his picture when I parked in his car park this morning, actually. He wanted to know whether or not I thought I was the chairman of Broadbeach by parking in his car park. I didn't see chairman written on it.
Well, Jimmy playing a bit of weight there. Probably a little bit too much, but they're out there playing. We're in here talking about it, so...
Well, he doesn't want to play too little weight and just tap that one up.
You got 2 catches over the left-hand side there. Gets half that jack.
Half that jack.
You probably only see a quarter of it.
That's the old Bert Palm story. He said, I asked him to hit the jack. He said, oh, it looks pretty hard. He said, I can only see a quarter of it. He said, you hit that quarter and I'll bet you the rest of it goes with it.
Under.
Like that.
Got a result.
We're out in the open. Robbie comes back here and have a look at it.
Yeah, Clinton home 1, but heaps of room.
We've got last bowl. We've got 3-2. 3 bowls to 2 bowls. The only problem is that Baker's playing 2 of them, so I don't think 3-2 is really fair.
It's close here.
He's passed.
Ooh, saved him a little bit.
Could have picked it up.
2. They're not the closest 2, but it's 2.
I didn't do any commentary on the Nelson game, but the score was wide and it appeared that they never played a bad shot. Were you on that one, John?
No, I didn't. I watched it. Jacob Nelson was had it on a string from lead, putting the pressure on early.
Okay.
They're in a good battle now against Ryan Digby and Dee McQuinney.
Get the chalk out. Get the chalk out.
Yeah, good shot.
No, he's short.
No touch. Well, Clinton, 2 seconds.
He's
not a touch.
He's not that far short, is he, looking at that angle?
Get this bowl clean or bowl and a jack unheard because it's not a toucher.
Well, he has to contact it just to open it up.
Close. Get down.
He got it, he sprung it.
Good bowl. That sure make bowl stuck to that kitty, Jimmy.
It's 3 times that he's been on the jack and he's been patted and it hasn't got off it. The bowl's rolled up with the jack 3 times in a row in this game. We've only played 6 ends. 7th end, and it's been... Baker's had a front toucher that's been knocked and it stayed shot. Yes.
How good's Sean's memory?
He's nearly here. If he's here, he's got chalk.
Wow, that is 2 great bowls from the man himself.
Give it a little spray.
Clinton's got nothing to lose here. 2 down, so...
Well, he played a good shot. He played a good shot last time.
Trailer Jacks at the bowl.
He's only got a similar shot than he just played.
Nothing for wide here. He got his own short bowl. Sit the bowl. And get the jack.
Well, it's longer than tee to tee, which makes it a hard shot.
Oh, it does drift
no,
it out.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He changed his weight a lot from this previous shot.
Be 2 to Sean Baker and Jimmy Anderson. 11 in front now. Early days.
Yeah, it keeps going 2 at a time. The earlier you get behind, the more time you got to kick back mightn't sound so good. Unlucky, says David Baker. Unlucky he didn't get 2 touches, you mean? Gus Templeton's back on board. And Ann Seymour's got nice things to say. Jimmy's here this time. He's been... Oh, is he? He's been dropping them short with his first bowl wide forehand. You wouldn't call that one short. I think Nick didn't like that too much. He gave a bit of a hunt to it. And
good track here for Roger.
Obviously Omar's got one to come and he might have a few on the head. Omar's having a long look at the head, which is very unusual. He's having a very long look at the head and Sean's giving him some information. That's dangerous. This one's arrived. Picked it up.
Miss. Yeah.
No, didn't pick it up.
Made it much better though. Cut his brows here, Roger.
Well, he was thinking I'll sit that bowl so I won't be too wide. And Swisho, he's gone across more than a metre.
He corrected his weight though.
Big Jimmy's played a reasonable bowl and a cracker. At 13-2, it's freewheeling and there's no pressure. Pressure is the thing that changes games, and they can't get any pressure on them because they're playing too well. Like this one. You reckon you were close, did you, Jamie?
Oh, he's in good touch, Baker, isn't he? 3 bowls in a row within a foot, or less than a foot.
Well, it's not a complete surprise. One of my favourite little stories is when I'd never seen Sean play till was in Darwin in 06, and the next year he came to Queensland. And as being a state selector, everybody asked me who this bloke called Sean Baker is playing for Queensland. So all of a sudden I said, he's the best player in Queensland. I said, what do you mean he's the best player in Queensland? I said, well, Kelvin wanted him to play third for him. That makes him the best player in Queensland in my eyes. And they all giggled at that, and they said, we've never heard this bloke called Leif Selby who's playing for New South Wales. I said, he's the best player in New South Wales. He said, how do you know that? I said, I've never heard of him, but he's playing third for Steve Glasson. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out who the best players are. Kelvin in those days got his little pick, which was Baker, and Glass got his little pick, which was someone called Leif Selby who won his world singles a couple of years later.
Yeah, not bad bowlers. I think Roger's got to change his setup. He's got 2-3 bowls to rest on there. Definitely you can't be short.
The lights are starting to take effect. It's an ugly looking head, isn't it, when you're 11 behind
Yeah, it is, but it's quite inviting there. Like it's not a hard shot. Give your bowler a chance. You get within a 2 foot.
They've got to get out of this one, because there'll be harder ones to get out of than this.
Like give your bowler a metre. Within 2 foot, you get a result.
He's done well. He's close.
Yeah, well played. 2 down.
Might only be one. The sideways is closer than the long ways on the camera. Could easily be 2, Jono, because it does look like it's 2. Yeah, Vards is asking trick questions now.
Is it true I heard Michael Breen only won his first state title a few days ago?
I would seriously doubt that.
Oh, yeah, he's played how many games for Queensland? Hundreds.
He played quite a few for Queensland. He also knew he was the best lead around because he played lead for Charlie Hayes in the Pine Rivers. Great shot.
Oh, great shot. Good weight.
That's the one we're looking for, and he could have made 2. Is it true that Michael Breen never got every selector's vote as league would never pick him? I wouldn't be game to say yes or no to that, Vards. That's something that would happen in the selectors' room. We can make up plenty of stories.
Well, shouldn't be looking for this bowl. He's got 11 shot lead. He can afford to play a little bit here. If you get edge of one, he'll get the other one. We might just try to draw.
He's given a bit of a hunt. No, when he chases him, I'd like to be on him. He's got it. Like that.
Oh, great shot.
1, 2, 1.
1 in the measure for the rest, I think.
No, the Jacko bowl will be 2. We're going to watch it again. Oh, once he hunted it, you knew he was going to get it.
Does he get it again? Oh, sure he does.
He didn't. I could have backed that in the second time round.
It's the only thing I'll pick all day, I think.
Someone just got a very lucky shot on the next rink, and I think it was Scotty. Got a feather off the shortest bowl and on the rink and cleaned it up.
Nuggets holding shot over there. Went outside the tent.
It was close for a while. No. Let's draw less than draw weight, perhaps.
Oh, his weight was good. A couple of tickles and just finished short.
Had to be a foot behind. Foot behind's a good bowl that gives you a chance to score something. Now he's 1 down with a front hopper against him. Well, it's not actually a toucher, but it might as well be.
He'll change his hand now. Probably just try to draw another one. Get him past is good.
Who's got the most touches in this tournament? I would say whoever plays, whether it be Nugget or even Tongi, playing with Omar, would cost them $2 a day on the average for how much it costs you for chalk spray.
Aaron Sheriff by far. No, you never know. Aaron Sheriff's been the standout.
Aaron Sheriff today would have 30 touches so far. And that's almost an $8, $9 spray tank.
They're not cheap.
I wouldn't bother marking them if I played with him because it just gets too many.
Ask him to pay for it. Oh, good effort from Clinton.
Come on, Jamie, you can't win that one.
Oh, I don't know.
The Jacko Bowl must win. You're only measuring for fun here, Jamie. See how close we go with that call.
Or Roger put his fingers on it, so he must think it's only one. Making him measure.
It's about half an inch.
Oh, I don't know.
Look. See, half an inch.
That's a big half an inch.
You're going to have another
A small
measure.
half inch.
It's a small half inch.
It's going back. It could be an umpire job.
Whoops.
We're going again.
It'll be 1.5. It'll be 1.5, so it'll only be 1.
He's touching that quite firmly. We haven't played the singles yet. Mitchell?
He wants 2, and I guess they're going to want an umpire.
No. They don't know what they come up with, but they finished measuring.
I think they come up with 2. I'm not sure of that.
The singles start on Friday.
Oh, I was going to be dirty if it was 2.
Yep.
Oh, okay, on the scoreboard it's 8 ends. Yeah, I put 9 on the scoreboard, but it's not right. That's what you get from Leeds.
They can't count, can they?
That's what you get from Leeds. That's why the skipper's got the card. As Bakes alluded to the tent that it was 14-2 on 8 ends. On the scoreboard it's 9.
Not a bad start there from Jamie. Jacko.
Well, you expected. He only missed those couple ends that was changing in the shadows, and he's been on it for how long now? 3 ends in a row, and a great little answer.
My tip for the singles would be myself.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's not a bad tip.
It'd be hard to go past Aaron Sheriff. There's a lot of good informed players. Like you got the Nelsons, Jake Rinn, Matt Lucas, Ryan Burnett, Ryan Bessers, Barry Lester, you name them. But if you had to pick one, I'd go Omar.
Sheriff's been outstanding. Nick's, well, he's played with Sheriff in 2 of them, which is a good way to get through an event somewhere. If you can't beat them, join them.
Well, he's beating him at the moment, 11-4 after 10 ends.
11-4 for Nick.
It might be Aaron joining Nick, Jimmy.
Well, we're not going to say anything that's silly, but Nick has every chance of going well in the singles. Apparently, he recently won the big singles at Musgrave Hill, as far as I see, which is one of the biggest singles around. Well, it used to be one of the biggest singles around.
We also got Chris Ozenis, who's went runner-up and winner the last 2 years.
Yes, Rosanis has been playing exceptional. Him and Huey and Breeny and Carpenter taking out the 4s.
Anyone's a chance in the singles.
Robbie Allen gets on one of these greens that might run faster than 12, like it is at the moment. He's backing himself.
Always back himself.
Seeing it's going to rain
Robbie Allen
all day Saturday, Robbie's going to back himself and rip up his ticket after the first 4 ends in the rain.
Aaron Sheriff, Robbie Allen final.
That's a good idea, Hamo. Just keep crawling. Just keep crawling. You'll get another crack at this commentary.
I think I'd select a strike on the second round of pro section. Maybe even first, second round. Either first or second of pro section.
Look at that monster walking along beside Nugget there.
Well, Clinton's holding one, trying to draw another. I say it's under the
A
line.
little bit tight. It's drawing more than one blue line at the moment. Almost two, which gets him across to the next blue line. Covered the spot perfectly on the respot.
Yeah.
If only there was a respot.
I'm not a fan of a respot rule. I'm glad it's dead end 3 played.
The respot rule was brought in for playing night games in the Premier League, where most clubs were limited to playing till 10 o'clock, especially in the city area. And Premier League games, some of the games we played with Michael Smith, Alex Murtagh, Kirko, Casey. If you didn't have 6 or 7 dead ends, you weren't really trying. The respot rule, you would have played forever with those guys playing. The respot rule was invented for Premier League in the year 2000. And it's played in lots of places where we need time. Time is a problem. Victoria's no problem. The sun's up till 10 o'clock at night. You can play till 10 o'clock most times of the year in Victoria.
Yeah, just sometimes, like in Premier League.
Great shot.
Yeah, the quick bad bowls end up shot on the tee. You make a number. So if you're good enough to kill it, I think you should deserve another end.
Good call, Hodjo. It would have taken somebody getting more touches than Nelson boys in the last game that was live streamed.
Well, we didn't even mention Sean Baker in the singles. He's only drawn about 4 touches the last 2 ends.
2 Seans. I guess you're talking Ingham as the other Sean there, David. We had 2 Aarons in the 4s, and the Aaron with the most A's ended up winning.
It's probably good enough for another one. Yeah, I'd say Sean Baker would put Jack in the ditch here. He'll definitely go for it.
Be surprised if he's short. Brian Marshall is watching. I can see him, so I guess he's watching. It depends on the weather. It's predicted for rain on Saturday.
Oh, did you catch it, Robbie?
No. It jumped out of the way.
That Jack didn't go near as high as the one that Bester hit to lose his game on. He was one behind, hit a Jack that went up as high as Jimmy, came down, hit a bowl, bounced off that bowl onto a bowl, out to the side, 5 down. Thanks for coming. That put Nick and Scotty in front 16-10 with a couple ends to go, 3 ends to go.
Part of bowls. No Barbadreen. He hasn't. He'll be back in commentary very shortly. She's got a sore throat from having COVID, I say.
You can't talk on the TV. Hello from Wales. John O'Brien.
So what's your job with Bowls Queensland, Jim?
I'm probably what would said was number 2 behind Ronnie Somerville on the match committee.
Yep.
Seeing as he's been locked up for 7 days with COVID, I've had to step into his shoes. And also down with COVID is the Boz Queensland president. So we're missing a couple of the main games. We had a big day yesterday. I was running scores from Pat that was doing Helensvale for me. I was doing
Good shot from Jimmy.
4 greens full of players here, pairs games, and 3 greens full of players at Mermaid. I went backwards and forwards 10 times.
Got the K's up.
Got the Ks up, did 80 Ks. It's only 8 Ks down there to Mermaid. Just about, well, it is behind.
How to give your ball a chance? You're trailing 14-2, you don't really want to be dropping short.
The pressure's the thing.
Was that the missus on the phone, Jimmy?
No, it was a real estate agent.
You got to pay your bill. You do remember that?
Your bill?
Yeah.
No, that's
You got to pay the rates.
direct debits. Was that the missus on the phone? Thank you, Sean. Is that hanging up?
I don't know, can't see.
There's one on the lip.
Clint just try to draw a good second shot and give himself something to work with, I think. Get something pretty close.
Well, a foot behind you want. You always want a foot behind, whether you're the lead, second. If you're not going to try and get it off, you want to get a foot behind to give you every chance, and he's done that almost exactly.
Yeah, that's good ball.
Fantastic shot. He was listening.
He was listening.
And he's only about 6 or 8 metres to the left.
Chris Murray, go Matty Lucas. Yeah, he's off to a good start. Still a long way to go in the game, though.
Well, saying that, you wouldn't think there's too many people that could beat Nugget on his home green playing with Aaron Sheriff. At 11-4, we're not saying they're beating him, but it's another great shot here. Does he get it?
Oh, get down. Oh. Well played. So you don't... I don't know if that jack's in that bowl. If they play onto the bowl, the jack might go to the left-hand side, and that's not good news for him. Be 4.
I don't think it'll hit that one, but it might get to that bowl anyway. Nelson's hit the front by 2 at half-time.
So it's been a great battle over there. Dean McQueen's got 2 right on the jack. But Jamie going through his motions, same thing every time.
Shiloh asked me a very tricky question the other day, but we'll save that till we have a bit of a break. We'll talk about that question Shiloh asked me 2 days ago. That is Graham Shiloh I'm talking about. Whether we call him the head of the McWhinney-Shillington family, or he might be number 2 behind Jackie.
Yeah, be number 2 definitely behind Jackie.
I'm glad you said that, not me, because get inside it.
Edge of it. All right. Good effort.
Not quite there. Had to be there. Rule 1 had to get there. It's 2 foot 6 short. Is Matty Lucas playing with the rat? I guess you're talking about Chris Leveep. If you call him the Rat, well, I guess the answer is yes. They're defending champions.
No, or 2020 they won it.
2020, is it?
Yep. So Sean Ingham and Aaron Sheriff won it last year.
Okay.
And they, Chris Aviv and Matt Lucas actually beat Sean Ingham and Aaron Sheriff the year before. So
Yep.
Sheriff's made the pairs final 2 years in a row.
That's not a surprise.
Going for 3, still in the battle for 3.
Cameras on a couple of interesting spectators there.
Yeah. Got Peter Hobday in the wheelchair.
It's a bloke with a Jim Beam cap that he got off Hewson. Baby Huey gave him
What's you, Jimmy?
Junior. Yes, I found out this morning, Junior, the passing of Brian Wakefield. Very sad. Wakey was a larger-than-life player, we'd say. Known quite well, his Kiwi connections, his Brisbane North connections, and his Sunshine Coast connections. Sadly missed, Wakey.
I don't think Bakes be trying too hard. I think he'd be happy with one, get rid of another end.
Played against Wakey more than with him, but I played in the Paradise Point pairs 2 or 3 years in a row with Wakey. That was very memorable and enjoyable.
I didn't know the bloke, fortunately, but
Skipped a few times for district sides for Brisbane North and would have for Sunshine Coast too. Won the
off that, oh, good effort.
He's got one more crack at that shot and he wasn't far away from getting it. It's not Bake's bowl on it this time that'll roll up and follow it, you see. Bake's bowl always rolls up and follows it.
Ooh. Oh, and a fair few over there, Dean McWhinney and Ryan Digby. Bakes trying to draw another shot here. Beat that back one. Pretty good here, I think. Just tad over.
Nice little 6 bowls touching the line. Somebody took the right grass at some stage or other this end.
Clinton's looking over somewhere.
I think he was looking away from where the other bowlers are. Might have been someone moving behind the head. He's played it well.
Oh,
Very close here.
He's got to get down.
Oh, he's a little bit quicker than last time.
God, it's good effort. You can't really play it much better. It's not an easy shot.
One.
Just one. One to Sean Baker.
So we're going to put them out in the 6-foot line and throw the jack 3/4 length, I'd imagine.
Yep. Thereabouts. A lot closer to full length this time.
Yep, another metre and a half, 2 metres longer than what they've been playing. Clinton's chatting over to the sideline.
Yes, Paul Walker.
He'll get out of the road
you.
soon. They're playing the other side of the green.
Why is the red light sign covering the score on my TV? Yeah, that's on your end, Paul. That's just Facebook, I think.
Something, Jamie's on it again, as hard to be a commentator and not say he's going to do it. Paul, look, it's just me. Why is the red lives on?
Yeah, I
covering the
just
score on your
spoke to
TV?
that.
Just turn the phone or whatever.
Turn the phone sideways.
The landscape
Turn the phone sideways.
It's on a TV, Robbie.
on TV.
Yeah, it's hooked
Turn
up
the
to
TV on the
It
side.
must be through Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Facebook Live app does that. They have the live on the right hand side instead of the left hand side. Normal Facebook's on the left hand side, that's why we have the scoreboard on the right hand side.
Jamie's close here.
He's got it again.
Get around it. Oh, look at that for leading.
We thought the blue ball was a good shot. No, he's itching to change.
Roger's only got to play the exact same ball and he draws it. Easy said though.
He was itching to change. You could see that like a red rag at a bull, and
Well,
he's
tell you
nearly
what, he's
drawn it.
Played it well. So he'd set it
Fall
up.
off that. Fall off that.
He set it up.
Good bowls.
Chris Murray. Ryan Digby is a great young man, and we had a great tussle in the Oz Championships. He's a good young lad.
Yes,
Hand bowl.
I didn't know much about him till the last time we played at the Gold Coast. I was running Mussey Hill, and he put the cleaner through easily 2 or 3 state players in the singles rounds in that part. That's when I learnt how good that Ryan Digby is.
Can play.
Was either winner or runner-up in the fours last 2 years ago. Last year. Played with...
You look at that from Sean Baker. Clinton could have traded for 3, covers it straight away. He's not dropping a number. Bales played it pretty good too. Yeah, good shot.
Well, have a go at those 6 bowls.
You put a mat over them at the moment.
No, you scaredy cat. Obviously, he was trying to sit that bowl with a little weight and pushed it 2 foot too wide. Goes to prove he is human, if only partly human.
Well, he doesn't want to hit that one. He gets it solid. That's okay.
A bit of cover off that too. What's that? Which light?
I can't move the cameras.
No, it's all right. We just haven't got a choice. The light's gone, they're struggling.
Yeah, I know. It looks good on the screen here, but you can see the
No, we just got information. One of the lights on the green has broken on this close rink, so I think they might be shifting. So unfortunately, we cannot move the cameras. Yeah, so we won't be able to move the cameras, but I say they're moving rink now.
we can maybe go side.
Just give us a second, guys. Probably trying to work something out.
Okay. I'll make sure that's
Might just have to
come
call it an early night, Robbie.
Well, they are talking about going down to rinks 1 and 2 where the lights are, and I see Omar and Nick have already gone down there. I can see what I can do to get the camera angled. I can't get the cameras all the way down there without rewire or re-cabling them down there. So what I'll do is I'll just, if everybody's happy, I'll attempt to get some angles down on the other cameras and see how it goes. If it doesn't go very good, we'll have to call it quits for the night and then come back for the semi-final of the ladies tomorrow and then the final of the men's. So just bear with us though and see what we can do.
We can finish this in.
Oh yeah, we can.
Yes, David, the semis and finals tomorrow will be live streamed. It could be the ladies, could be the over 60s, could be the men. We're not too sure, but will be live streamed.
See if I can get any good coverage side camera onto the green to get it a bit closer.
We're working on doing some more.
Cameras forward. Wait till the end is finished and then I can see what we can do.
We've moved the game between Nick Carl and Aaron Sheriff down to number 1. It doesn't look that dark in the corner there. Push that up for another shot.
Can you let David Baker know that we've got the ladies semi in the morning and it's fine.
So, David, Robbie just told us the ladies' semi-final will be on in the morning, and then we'll stream the men's final in the afternoon.
It doesn't appear that dark on the screen, but let me tell you, in the real life, you can barely see the guy that's on the mat. It's the corner light is blown, and you can't see the scoreboard actually. That you can almost see it on the TV. It says 15-2, and they've moved the game next door to 1. We're waiting for this end to finish because it's nice and bright up this end. They would have had to play one way for the next 12 ends. So we've been forced to move after this end's played down to rink 2, and Robbie's going to try whatever magic he can pull to get some shots.
The camera makes it look bright, but that's just the
This-
cameras themselves.
Yep, that's a special thing that makes that look bright.
But on the top right hand corner you can see how dark it is. And this is highlighted from the camera once again. Real time, if I took the auto exposure off, you'd hardly see anything.
We'll see what's happening. He gets the edge. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Well, there you go. You could have replayed that. Bake's missed.
Put it on the
That was
highlight reel.
yeah, it's on the highlight reel. He missed one.
No, I was busy, sorry, I've got it done too.
Joshua Beattie.
Ooh, Clinton might be playing a bit of risk here. He just asked his lead, what do you reckon to get my bowl through Jimmy Anderson's bowl to make a number? He probably has to try something, but I don't know. It is worth 5.
Well, he's got to push that one onto the speckly bowl. hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what he asked his lead if he could be allowed to play it, but no, it's probably just back to the draw now.
Coming nicely to bounce off that if he got it fat. That might be. Can't see.
Oh,
his
they're
hand.
off. They're off to rink 2.
Think it's 3.
Jimmy put 3 fingers up.
3 shots.
That'll be an indication if he put 3 fingers up.
Or 10 behind with about 11 ends to go. New rink. You never know.
We got Joshua Beattie with a comment that he's at Red Hill Bowls Club. I've never. They're going to rink 2. Oh, we're starting to do magic things of looking at the scoreboard.
So
We only
I
have to focus it up.
I have to pop off anyway. I've got to go to the loo, but thank you everyone. And if we does get a camera over there, I'll come back. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Righto, little grinder. We've got a bit of a view of different things that are happening across there. Whether we can get back to that game or another game, we'd like to get back to that game if we could. We have a picture of Nick thinking he's going pretty well with that bowl. I had to do some shifts of rinks like that because of the greens being underwater at Helensvale in the 4s. We'll swing across here. That's pretty good.
Camera 4.
That's pretty good out of nothing.
4 will go. Might have to take 4 outside a little bit more. Where are we? Okay, now this is going to be something unique. I'm going to put all of these together and see what we come up with. Bear with me. It's going to be interesting.
Makes his Ithaca, Red Hill Bowls Club. Okay, I'm with you now. Ithaca Bowls Club was often referred to by 90% of their members as Ithaca.
This could be messy.
Did that team forfeit? I'm not sure what that comment is, Pete. They didn't forfeit. The lights went out in Georgia, and the top light in the corner, right-hand corner of the green, has gone out, and they had to shift to the other side of the rink, where we were playing out here on 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 were vacant, and we've had to move rinks 5 and 6 across to 1 and 2 to finish the game. We need to finish the game because there's semi-finals and finals tomorrow. Whether or not it's going to affect them, it's always a little bit mentally changing rinks. I doubt if the speed of the green's going to be any different, or even the track, but it could be. There's a very good shot there
Who's in the bloody way?
from Roger. Roger's drawn one smack on.
Okay. Can you keep clear of that camera, please?
Whatever you can do, whatever you can do, whatever you can't do.
Here we are. We've got plenty of shots here. We've got 5 going. Jimmy's not far away, and he set the bowl. Jimmy Anderson's got shot. We can call all these heads at different times, or I guess you're watching these from your home. Scratch of the head there, you can tell that's bringing a bit of pressure. Roger's scratching his head after that. He drew one on it.
They look the same.
2 of them look the same.
Yeah, 4 and
They're not really, they're different angle. One's got the bowls Queensland flag in it and one hasn't, so it's a different angle.
no, 4 and 1. But because 4 and 1 are only a few metres apart, so I may have to put one a little bit zooming in. Find it. Oh, that's the same bloody thing.
It's the same camera, I think.
Okay. Oh,
I guess it's the same camera because it's taken the same picture.
yeah, sorry. I'll have to fix that. I forgot to edit the source. Source is that one, that's better.
We've got a
Okay, try this. Much better. So 1. Yes. That one. Oh, this is very, very difficult going on the other side of it.
Omar's game is 12-5.
3 is
And Nick Cole leading 12-5 in that game. Sean Baker leading 15-5 in his game.
God, sorry people.
That's all right. This is better than nothing, I'll tell you.
It's very awkward just trying to, when you zoomed in so far, it's touchy on the controls. Where's the jack? Jack's in there somewhere.
The jack is in behind the blue bowl. The speckly bowl, third bowl from the left, is somewhere near it, and the one behind it is probably a back knocker. That just missed the jack, finished a foot by a foot.
We're going to have 2 for the delivery, I think, and 3 will have a long. 3 will have a long.
Whatever you get going is going to be good because we're 50 yards away from those bowls. We can't really.
Yeah, that's very hard to see.
We can't really be perfect. I'd just get that one down a bit on the third one. We can see Omar and Nick's head there. We could watch that one at the same time.
Yeah, she's messy looking, people. Sorry. What's that one there? That is number 1. Bring that up.
Yes, Neil, the good conditions at the moment, and the green's got some run in it now, which looks like we're going to have good weather tomorrow. We'll have some sensational semis and finals. Green will be running the best part of 15 tomorrow, which is sensational compared to the amount of rain we've had in the probably a month.
Okay, so I need to have
We have 4 cameras at once because the lights have gone out in one corner of the green. It's very hard to watch because he's jiggling it around at the moment.
Yeah, I just got to try and figure out once they change over whether I can keep the camera static. So 2 and 4. 2 and 4 I need on the delivery. So 4 is that one down the bottom.
I think we have anything going's good. That's right where the jack is.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
Bakes has drawn a toucher. Followed it to the head, chased it, so obviously he liked it. And I think Omar's holding a few over there on game 3. Three shots Omar's holding to get back in that game. Great shot there by Clint Bailey. Pushed the shot, moved the kitty, but we can't get an indication. I fear he's still down. That was on number 4. Can you watch all 4 at once, viewers? We could just close down if you like, Doug. We're making some sort of an effort to see something.
They're saying it's a bit awkward.
Everybody else is loving it.
Move the cameras to bait shrink. Can't watch. Well, I'm trying to get under bait shrink. Jeez.
We've got on bake shrink. It's on there on the top left hand. And they've scored another 1 or 2, I'm not sure exactly. That scoreboard at 15-5. Go to 17, I'd reckon. No, it was 1, 16. Val McIntyre said it's fine. It's fine. Now we can watch 4 games at once. Anybody can watch 4 games at once is in a bit of trouble anyway.
Okay, all we've got is I need to get another one on that left hand end. So I need to 3, 2.
And we're not sure exactly how many Omar got then, but I think it was 4. Scotty's kicking the hell out of him. thrown his rag down. It wasn't even his rag. It was Nugget's rag. And of course, playing with Omar, he'll be on the 6 foot line and he'll be playing ditch to ditch, or tee to tee, as some people may say. So we've got a good view of the head going that way in Bakes' rink. Baker versus Clinton Bailey. We've got a good view of Nick Carl and Omar Sheriff watching their deliveries. Great bowls. Jimmy Anderson with another knocker. We were talking about how many touches not so long ago. Bank up another one. Billy Dilg. Streaming is good, Jim. Please don't shut down. So somebody likes it. Robbie, if you can drive 4 cameras at once, you're doing nothing wrong. I'm trying to watch 4 games at once.
Well, it's all the same game. We're watching. We've got 2 cameras on either end of that.
Okay, righto. We've just got that game on now. We've got
No, that's all we had.
1 and 4. Oh, we could see the heads with
1 and 4 on the different angles. Delivery.
1 and 4, and we've got
3.
2 and 3 at the other end. Oh, we might have to do it like this all the time.
Got to get rid of that clear.
Push that one onto the jack.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I need to smoke. I don't know how long this will. Oh, we can see Omar's scoreboard at the same time it's done.
Yep.
So we've got 2 scoreboards in there.
It's 13-8 to Nick Carl over Aaron Sheriff.
I wonder if number 4, instead of going to do the delivery, I'll go across and get 2 other scoreboards. Or 1.
I'd just leave it like that at the moment.
Okay.
That's pretty good for a.
An old amateur.
It's looking pretty dark in. It's looking pretty dark in that corner of the green now.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's dusk is disappearing. Yeah, it's getting real dark.
You can see the jack now on the camera 3 as Bake cleans it up. I know that was Roger Stevens. He's played a bomb and split Jimmy Anderson's 2 bowls and stayed for a toucher. Just got the spray on it then. Here comes Clinton to fix it up. I guess you guys are nearly as confused as us. And
No, it's not confusing. I can see where everything is.
1 shot or 2 shots to Team Baker. Could prefer one screen, but we can't really see much with it. Don't stop, please. This is great. Righto, we see Big Jimmy lining up. He's going to get on the mat. Well, he's got to go into his crouch position. Coming in now, close to everything. Just missed. Yes, it's considering we're 5 rinks away, we'd be 50 yards away. The green's 40 yards, we'd have to be further than that. You can see the dark patch that light covers. And the rink that Matty Lucas is playing on has got light at both ends and is fairly dark in the middle of the green. It looks bright on all these screens on the TV, but it is certainly not that bright out on the green. That's specialised light that comes with the cameras. Sorry, Chris Piper, we can't change back to normal view because there's nobody in front of us. They're 50 yards away. If you haven't figured it out yet, the lights went out and we've moved over 5 rinks sideways. And we haven't got cameras on all 7 rinks. He's on the shot. I'm not sure how many that makes. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Dean McWhinney was urging that one on pretty well. And in actual fact, it's too dark to see the scoreboards on the other 2 rinks because it's can't make out any numbers in the dark. We can see the numbers on the left and the number 1 camera because it's got the specialised light on the computer. Clinton liked that one. Doesn't like it now. Well, we're probably grateful that the whole 4 lights didn't go out. Nobody carries, I suppose some people carry cigarette lighters. Robbie would be able to get out there. Well, Clinton's got 1 bowl to go and he's quite a few down. The jack's in behind the 3rd bowl in the line of the 3 that are touching. He needs to make contact. Straight through the gap. I don't know how big that gap is. You can imagine it's not very much because his head bowed down. And it must have been awful close to the jack. 20-5 on 11 ends. 10 ends to go, but the run rate is now 1.5 and over. Why the 4 cameras, it's confusing. You bloody bet it's confusing. I can see Scotty's scoreboard 13-10 between between Nicky Carl and Aaron Sheriff. It's 13-10 with 6 ends to play. A very telling winner there. We have $14, $12, $14, $13 now. I'm not sure which one. Well, Kane's 13 because it's a K there on the right hand side. We haven't got any thing on the chalkboard on rink 4 that we could read. We can't. Kane Nelson's on 13 because we can see the K. It is half for Ryan. Ryan's leading 14-13. I can't see any riding on the any riding on the 11-16. We still had 7 ends to go. Okay. Well, the lineups for tomorrow will be the winner of Nick Carl's team and Aaron Sheriff will go against Ryan Digby and Kane Nelson winner. Whereas we have Baker's game will be lining up against the winners of Matty Lucas's rink. They're playing what we call GC. So we have big games tomorrow, standout games. We can see a little bit in the corner there where Nick and Scotty are debating what's going on. You know, 13-10 type game. Pretty hard to call the bowls whether they're wide, heavy, or what, or whichever. We can only tell you a little bit of what's happening across the board there. Nobody seems to be complaining about having to shift. It's almost pitch black in the quarter of the green where the light is out, and it's thrown a shadow in the middle of the green. I think you can see part of that shadow in the camera 1 at the bottom where Captain Risky's coming back through the dark area. Now he gets back towards his mat, he's in a light area. conditions not perfect, but they're perfect compared to playing in the rain in the fours at Helensvale. And he's attacking on this right-hand game. No one seemed to be jumping up and down and thrilled. Jamie's looking for some instructions, and he's getting them there from Bakes. Got to watch the third camera and the first camera to see this one. We're going to let it go. We're going to let it go on the third camera. We can try and catch it by the time we get to the first camera. Bakes is interested in it. Comes out with the jack. Why wouldn't he be interested in it? It's an easy game. You're leading 20-5. You're a couple down. Just trail. Close your eyes, throw the bowl down, trail the kitty 3 foot and sit on it. Okay, we're doing a bit of brains trust. We've got the think tank going. We're going to attempt to switch one of the cameras off and cart it down behind Matty Lucas's rink, because it's the only one that we could get any leads as far as. It's only about 25 metres away, and we could possibly get behind that rink. It's 15N, 16-13. We would keep being able to watch the others. As that bowl just comes in, Clinton Bailey draws a front toucher. We can't do any replays, but as you could see there in the top of that screen on number 1, he just curled around those 2 bowls that were 6 or 8 inches short and sat a front toucher. Kane Ryan's rink, we can tell that's on camera 4. Ryan's 14, Kane's 13 on 14 ends. We can't tell you much more than that because we can't see their game. We may be able to see a bit of it if we're tracking out 25 metres of lead, and Bakes run and missed. That's another picture. Clinton wants to know what's going on. Wants to know how to score 15. It's probably going to be 3 5s. It was the only way to get 15. There must be some chance of him playing something to score other than the one shot they hold. All the 4 scoreboards are up actually on cameras 1 and 4. So we have Nick Carl leading Sheriff 14-10. We have Baker leading Clint Bailey, nearly drawn another knocker here. Hello, am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Jamie was only getting the mat for his opposition. 20-5 that game, and you can see the two scoreboards in the bottom corner here, where GC is on the 13, Matty Lucas is on the 16. We can't read any letters on that 13-16 game, but we can see, we can't see now because Ryan's standing right in the road. Which he has a score from the previous end, 17-13, and I guess that's 16 ends. He hasn't done the ends part of it yet. Now he does 16 ends. So there's 5 ends to go, for the difference, with Ryan Digby leading the Nelsons. Mark Gillette, the best a man can get, Razor. We have what we'd call trying commentary positions. Hello, the boss is back. We're going to try and run that lead across there 25 metres and get behind the first rink.
Yep, this rink 4. I'm going to
turn
off camera 1 very shortly, so top left-hand corner is going to disappear.
Top left-hand corner's going out. We're going to try and get behind Matty Lucas's rink.
Take another power lead and I'll join that one there, and I think I've got enough Cat 5 down there. I'll see if I can get as close as possible anyway. At least we'll get 2 cameras on that one for a start. So bear with us.
Bear with us, we're going to try and get some cameras going. Something that's never been tried before. Yes, Paul Gilbert, Digby's on the left-hand side of the screen. And now we've got rid of camera 1, and we're hoping to take it 25 metres across with a 25-metre lead and attempt to get some behind shots of Matty Lucas's rink against GC. And there's no chance of me being able to see in the dark across there, diagonally, full distance diagonally across the green to read that scoreboard. I know it's Scotty de Jong up there because I can see how high he is. Quite a few spectators now move over to that side now that they've moved there. Well, Greg, I'm getting tired. Is it only Matty Lucas's rink? It's the only one that we'll get that extra camera to, so we can't reach any of our leads any further than that. And Greg Carl, they both have some facial growth. Kelsey Cottrell's on board. Could be here, Kelsey. Who's who playing against? Kobe. He's playing against GC, is playing against Matty Lucas. And that's the game that we may be able to get a camera as far as. They're out stretching the cables, see if they can get that far. Other than that, we're seeing what you'd be seeing if you were sitting on the side looking across at that angle. Hello, we got Brian back. He's come back from the dead. Would like to bring Brian Marshall back into the swim here.
Yes, good evening there, Jim. Unfortunately, the lights in the far corner of the green weren't working, so the players have moved down to the other end of the green, and we're doing our best to get the film from these angles, but Robbie is in the process at the moment of moving one of the cameras to try and get in behind the rink. So once again, very trying conditions, and doing the best we can to just showcase this game. So we just hope everybody can put up with a little bit of inconvenience for a few minutes.
We moved it across to rinks 1 and 2. The alternative was to play the last 12 ends the same way, where there's light up this end.
Yes.
Send them down to the dark end with a cigarette lighter to see what bias it is, and play the one way. I've done that before at Coolangatta in the Gold Coast tournament, with John and I were playing pairs there, and there's nice bright light at the doorway to the bar, and we decided with our opposition who were flying back to New Zealand the next day if they got beat, that we would play short ends with a torch on the what bias, and play to the light at the bar on the 6 foot line.
Oh, Johnny Mitchell, I knew you'd know that, mate. I thought you'd know it before 30 minutes, buddy. Man of your capabilities. Robin Farrell, how are you?
Now, we've been explaining to everybody about why we've got what we've got. We can see Matty Lucas's delivery here. See how smooth. Well, we could. And he turned through the mat, and he knows it's no good.
Great to see Matty back. Of course, very hard for Matty to step off a plane from England, Jim, and automatically come to greens that are running a lot quicker than what he would have played on over there for 3 weeks.
Well, I don't know what they were running, but the normal running speed this time of year is 9.
Yeah, that's about right too. The players have said they had the choice, Jimmy, to move or... oh, Robin, that's no good. If you have the days that I had, Robin, nothing wrong with yourself, my dear. So I hope you're all well, Robin.
I'm a bit worried you're going to give me a different strain.
Mate, I don't think I had a strain, mate. All I had was a bit of a head cold.
Well, that's what I mean. The one I had was debilitating. Is that a word?
Yes.
Something like a word. I was reading a dictionary one day and came across it.
Kerry, as you know, we set up here in the corner of the green here to do rink 6 or rink 7, and Omar and them are playing on rink 1, Kerry, and it's dark. They don't write their names up on the board properly, so
it was
very hard to see from this angle.
It was 13-10, an end and a half ago to Nick.
To Nick, yes. No, mate. No, that's no good, Robin. Mr. Day, how are you? Just had a beautiful dinner in there, mate. Very, very nice. We'll try and do the best we can, though, Kerry. You know that.
We got a few bowls moving around the head then.
Yeah, Robbie's doing a superb job here, Kerry, trying to get things lined up and moving leads and doing everything else as we do.
Because we've still got 4 ends after this to play, so we've got
Yes.
30-40 minutes probably.
No, you're fine, Kerry. I said they'd move right down to the other end, so...
In actual fact, their time frame isn't a problem because we have nearly an hour's play to the 3.5 hours part. That they cleaned that end up.
They certainly have. So tomorrow, Jim, just the 2 games?
2 games. We haven't said who in the morning.
No.
Will be a ladies'
We'll find
semi-final.
Find that out tomorrow?
I know what it is now, but I'm sworn to secrecy.
That's fair enough.
And we have no idea who'll be playing in the afternoon in the men's final. because they've got to win their games.
Tomorrow, semi-finals.
Then we have a third and fourth playoff.
Yes.
So
Should be some cracking games tomorrow then, Jim. The indication today, the quality of bowls is any indication what's going to be on show tomorrow.
well, I do know who plays who in the men.
Mm-hmm.
It's the winner of Sheriff and Nick Carl. They go against the winner of Ryan Digby and Kane Nelson.
Mm.
That's in their half.
Yep.
The other half we're saying likely to be Sean Baker, seeing his 20-5 in front before. And he'll be lining up against Matty Lucas or GC.
Yeah, there'll be some cracking games, whoever it is, Jim.
Whoops, here we go. Oh, isn't it bright? We might have to wriggle that to get that light out of our top left-hand corner. Look at that. Ho, 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 ho. Who said he was no good? Who said he was going to get beat in the singles?
Me?
You won't have a job for long. You have a small stint as commentator.
Ah, dear. Yes, David, it's very trying conditions, but
Perfection we've got here.
Robbie once again has come to the front.
Perfection. He's out on the green now. Running up, you see him run up the sideline like an all-black winger.
He's probably rolling up.
You can't quite see him on the TV, but he's in the dark there somewhere on the right-hand side. Surely you get... There he is. I bet you can't see anything up there.
Yep.
He's going to try and make a camera up the other end, you know. How crazy is he?
Yes, quite a bit. So Chris LeBear on the mat at the moment, playing his forehand.
Bakes with his normal get low and lurch delivery.
Yes.
And we see Scotty de Jong just drop a foot short, where they've got 7 bowls within a foot there. I'm unsure what's going on. Nugget's calling for that much weight to his rag on the ground, patting the ground. So Nick must be holding there. And I would say that's a very interesting head. Oh, he's putting a bowl there, sorry. He wasn't playing through to there, so Sheriff's rink will be holding.
Jimmy going through his normal routine.
Yes, he's going through his normal routine.
Very deliberate, isn't it?
Someone was talking about his delivery, and I said, well, he's spiced it up a lot. He used to go down a lot further than that, almost sitting on his haunches like the Kiwis used to play, yes. Sitting on their haunches.
That's correct.
And a player like David Bryant from England that sat on his haunches, and as they got up off their haunches, delivered the bowl. How many world titles he won on the trot, I'm not sure whether it was amazing, 3 or 4.
Mm.
I don't think he got beaten in a world title for 20 years.
Yeah, no, that was so true, Jim.
So I'll take camera 2 over to Jimmy's delivery. Camera 2.
It was pretty good. We're watching Omar's head back over there.
Where's Big Jimmy? He was just delivering.
That's all right. We can see his head here. No, we're not.
Yes, unfortunately the lights in the far corner dropped out, so there's not much we can do about that.
Okay, camera 3 is the next to go off. It's in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yep, that's fine.
It's going to go off and come back on in about 3 minutes.
Robbie's just going to go and move another camera.
Look at that. He's got enough rope there to hang himself.
Going to turn off camera 3 very shortly and move it over.
Oh, the bowls you can see on 2 as the head from Sheriff and Carl. And I think Nick has to attack here. I can't see his bowl coming in as yet. It must be coming up there, somewhere there.
There goes camera 3, as he said to be going off. He's going to move that over in behind.
Okay, that game is tightening up because Sheriff and Nugget have won the last 2 ends. It was 13-10 last score I saw, so I imagine it's level or they've snuck a shot in front. Chris Levy leading for Matty Lucas has got the mat. And on the next door rink, the Nelsons have scored 3 shots on the previous end to go 1 the difference with 4 to play. Chris Levy, if you pronounce his name like that. Somebody before called him the Rat. I'm not sure of any nicknames. That's not very becoming.
The chap playing against Matty Lucas is from Paradise Point.
Yes. He's from Paradise Point. His name is Clinkett.
That's right.
He calls himself C. I don't know anybody would call themselves C if they weren't already called C. But he puts his name in the book under GC. G, I think, is for Glenn, something like Glenn, and his last name's Clinkett.
A lovely start there by Chris. A lot of class still out there on that green though, Jim, isn't there?
Oh, well, they wouldn't be in the top 8 in Queensland if they weren't.
That's ever so true.
They've had to play through the water. They've had to play through the sun coming out on the green, changing pace as the sun brought the water to the top. And now they've actually got a green that's starting to get run in it, which I would think tomorrow we will see some speed on this green. We'll see it turning here now.
Another great bowl there by Chris. 2 cracking lead bowls there, Jim.
Yeah, I would keep him on, even if he is a Kiwi.
True.
Or ex-Kiwi. I'm not sure whether he's...
No, he's still trialling to make the Commonwealth
for New Zealand?
For New Zealand.
Okay.
He's in the mix, so they tell me.
Okay, well, here comes an answer.
Great bowl.
Some sort of an answer.
Yep. Pretty hard at this stage, Ray. As I said, they've moved down to the far end of the green and we can't see any of the boards from here, mate, so I apologise for that, but we'll do our best to get you some scores very shortly. At the moment we're in the process of trying to move cameras around, try and get behind the rink so we have the capabilities to get some scores. So Matty Lucas just about to run through the head. You can see the score down there. It's exactly what we know.
There we go. That's the
18 to 16. Who it is?
That's Ryan Digby and
Digby.
Kane Nelson on the right hand side. 2 behind, 3 ends to go for the Nelsons.
Yep.
Nick's driving with his seconds bowls, I guess. No, he's not driving. He's trailing the jack. He's trailing the jack about a foot. I could see a little white thing in the corner over there, and now I can't. As Scotty bends down and sprays some chalk, so I would think Nick got a toucher and appeared to stay on it.
Maybe just running through the head there slightly.
Well,
there should be a good conclusion to this game. Robbie's just setting up the camera right now behind the rink, so won't be long and it'll be on. Good on you, Dale. How's Canada, mate? Hope you had a good trip over there. Probably be holding a couple of shots there, I think, Jim, by the looks of it.
Dean and Diggers, one would think that good measure, favouring 2.
Yep.
Matty looks disgusted. The second time he hasn't trailed the kitty when he was down.
Yes, I know. He's in fine form, isn't he? Susan says Chris will always be a Kiwi. Yes, I realise that, Susan. Has he got the run on this one? He's not going to be too far away. Matty's interested in it. Onto his own.
Well, he helped that
promote
one.
it. Well, not quite.
Second shot.
Needed another half a roll. Like he's locked in a good second shot there, Jim.
It's locked in as well.
Yep. I don't think it's going to be quite wide enough with this one.
It's not quite up enough.
No, it needed a bit more weight also too. So, just see there, Matt, just saying, just give it an opportunity, get through the head. Chris always uses a very wide drawing bowl. Yeah, good try. He played it with the correct weight that...
He should have a size 5 and he would have got that.
Yeah, you reckon so. See that camera just coming back on now?
Tell him we want to move the commentary tent down 40 metres as well. Now he's finished shifting some cameras.
That'd be a good try, wouldn't it, eh?
I wonder what his response would... Well, you better say it, not me.
He does a great job, mate. I said, we'll see the way he's moved those cameras and done everything in that short period of time. I'm sure the viewers do appreciate it. I know I've had a lot of emails of support about it, that's for sure.
He's been doing 14, 16 hours a day, and he was silly enough to, after doing that for a week, silly enough to go out and play bowls.
Yes.
Got belted.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Wonder why. Yeah, no, he does a great job, Robbie. He really does, mate.
He liked this
Matty,
one. He's hunted it, so I would imagine he gets it, being
Did
a
he
hunter.
get it far enough? But he's put it out in the open though, Jim. He's given himself an opportunity with his next bowl.
Yes, he got a next bowl. He must have one.
He's got one more to go, mate.
And he's a red bowl and 2 other ones down,
Yeah.
3 down.
Okay, thanks for bearing with me.
Great work, Robbie. Brilliant.
Look at that.
Mm.
It's just like bought one.
It is, isn't it?
It's just like I bought one.
Mm.
What were we doing? What were we doing live streaming over there on that other rink?
I'm not too sure. I don't know the score of that other one. 14 to Omar now.
14 to Nick. Is he round that?
He's around it.
Does he pull up?
He's probably going to count, mate.
If he plays any better than that, we might take him into the
Yes.
C family.
Yes.
Nick is up.
Now, he told me a little story that mightn't be exactly right.
14, 15, 18.
Yep. Well, Nick Cole leading 15-14 against Omar. Yeah, okay.
14-15.
Okay, Omar, I saw him score. Omar leading by 1 with 3 ends to play.
Some close games. As you said before, you'd expect at this level, wouldn't you? So Matt stuck this out in the open. Give himself an opportunity to draw it.
Got to come a bit.
Not quite far enough.
He's got 1 to play. And he's got to start counting.
18, 16, 18.
Thanks, Robbie, you're a legend. Robbie, you're a champion. These blokes don't really know you, do they?
No, they got no idea, mate. No, he's done very, very well, ladies and gentlemen, as always. He's just updating the scores on the left-hand side of the screen for everybody.
I've just got to get Bates as one. 21, 6, 14.
Okay, let's have a bit of a peek at this now. Oh, he was trying to draw next to one, rolled him over once. We're not sure how many that is now. Maybe it didn't make a difference and they still had 3 or 4. We'll see when the scoreboard ticks over. I was up on the other end. I was nearly ready to read that scoreboard. Can you read it with your binoculars?
What's that one?
Flick to the other end. Flick to the other end for a second because he did the scoreboard.
Yeah, that other end. Hang
Back the other way.
on. No, that's the wrong one. No, it's I'll get the
Get the binocs out.
I'll get camera 2 onto it.
Okay. Okay, we call that a decent sort of a starter. What you're really looking for, something basically ditch to ditch in the dark, late in the night, must be after 6:30, I'm guessing. Okay, so we think that Bakes has got 7 ends to play.
I just don't know whether I can grab it right down that end. But I may have to. This camera's just what's that one? That's number 3.
Another great shot here by Chris.
Underlight specialist.
Should we make up some stories as we go? Not sure there, David Bowles. And we've got those scores going in the other games. And we're attempting to split those, at least push one. The Nelson boys killed the last end, so they're no change in their score. It's easy to add, they say, and might be a blocker. Oh, it was a fair way short. Okay, Nick scored a 3 to go 2 in front, 2 to play. It was about this time in the game against Bester. They beat Bester and Ryan Burnett in the... when it's all going right for you, you're pumping them up for 3. It's all going right for you, pumpkin up for 3, and they've got a 4th bowl. It doesn't look a very pretty picture for the opposition in this game, does it?
Tent relocation. No.
So we see
Never gonna happen.
a good setup there, isn't it? With 2 very good bowls there from Chris. And Matty's added 2, so they're holding 4 pretty good shots there, Jim, at the moment.
Stewie doesn't realise that John Dearness and I are putting in for special dispensation extra pay for having to help Robbie put this tent up. At 10 o'clock at night when we only finished doing the scores. At 9 o'clock we were trying to have a drink to settle our pain, and we had to come out here and help Robbie put this tent up. Now, Stewie, I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to charge.
Sorry, what's that?
Bit of flickering going on there.
Just a bit of a problem. I decided to join
Had to join a lead, so it's obviously something at the joint. He's got it right again now, is our Robbie.
Now, we're trying to get out of this.
Tell you what, he's going to come to a pretty good home here too, Jim, just in behind the head.
Well, that's a...
Probably needed another couple
counter.
of feet of weight on that, really, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Well, he was attempting to get behind.
Yeah.
You want to
Tempt-
straighten up your mic, Brian. You're miles away from it.
Well, this one here is very well pointed. By the
He
looks of
gets the split and he could get shot.
it. Yep. Yeah, that's a great bowl.
Oh, did it get shot or second shot?
Yeah, it's fantastic bowling, that's for sure, David, isn't it? Some of the quality of play out here this evening has been absolutely brilliant.
What's going on?
Hey, good on you, Stewie. Love your work, son, as always. So,
We now have a master's in tent erecting.
yes, definitely do.
We got a fair bit of training from the 2 Allens.
Tell you what, this is in the vicinity, and he has got the weight to sit this red bowl out of the
isn't
head.
that savage? Is it? Oh, isn't that savage?
He's just got the edge of that,
He
Jim.
never looked like missing.
Just got the edge of it. Played that with beautiful weight to get through there, didn't he? Because his bowl does turn quite a bit.
I was saying it was savage because he had the red bowl in the middle to make 5 again.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
When you
Yeah. No,
when you're 5 behind with 3 ends to play, you needed to get that shot with the red bowl.
Yes.
And if Chris would have got through that gap and made 5, this game might have slipped away. As it is, it's still an event.
G'day, Spike. How are you, buddy? Thanks for those kind words, Spike.
Is Spike back on?
Yep, Ian Cheney. Good on you, mate.
I gave him a bit of a run along when he came on the other day.
Oh, Spikey. Good lad, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to find that little port between the yellow and black bowl. Going to look for a bit of a port down through there. Playing his forehand. A nice little area through there, just inside that black bowl.
Is he up? If he's up, he's a shot.
It's going to run out of legs, I think, mate.
Damn it, Janet.
Yep.
We're trying to kick this game back to being squares for the viewers, seeing as we're completely impartial.
Yes.
Well, sometimes not completely. We see a
We see Sean Baker and Jim Anderson got a handy lead over Clinton Bailey and Roger Stevens.
not sure what happened on the end on the... I think Nick won the 20th end, but I'm unsure.
Yes, he must have. He's hit the lead again.
No, this...
Sorry, that's the 19th end,
Yep.
I should say.
We'll just see who plays the first bowl.
Yep.
Obviously the mat's on the 6 foot line, so it's almost impossible for us to see. We'll have a bit of a guess of who claps and who doesn't, because it's a very important game, as either of them would be likely favourites or equal favourites to win this event.
Well, I'd say Nick must have won it because he just played first bowl.
Yes, Nick's played the first bowl, so Nick's got a score to go on or it was dead. If he's got a score to go on, Aaron's got work to do.
Okay, just looking for this port down through here. He's a be a lot closer this time.
He's a little bit quicker.
Yes. Bit unlucky. G'day, Nick Gosley. How are you, Nico?
Well, I think the red bowl's shot, isn't it?
It looks that way from here.
Well, he's trying to add it up.
Mm.
Yeah, we're still live streaming the quarterfinal in the series. No idea how long this will be either, because one of the games is still got about 5-6 ends to go.
No. One. Narrows the score down just a little bit more for the last couple of ends.
19-15, 2 to play.
19-15.
It's not over.
No way in the world.
Probably an email would be the easiest, and I'll be there when I get back.
Hey, good on you, Nico. Look forward to catch up with you next weekend, mate. Not this weekend, but the weekend after, mate. We're on a road trip up to Harvey Bay.
When do you go to Townsville or wherever up there?
Townsville's in June, if I remember correctly.
It's the right time of the year to go.
Yep.
It's the right time of the year to go to Townsville.
Yep.
The wind blows from the southeast and you can't get fishing, but
That's the one.
Okay, yep. Right,
Good on you, Nick. Look forward to seeing you, buddy. Good.
sorry guys. Phone calls.
Lovely starter here by Chris, just sitting in behind the head.
he doesn't go away, does he?
No, he's normally very consistent as a rule. Jim, he's never far away.
Okay, I was going to update next score.
I think the little bloke played a good shot then, looking right across there, diagonally 50 yards away. Whatever, 38 metres times the square root of 2 is.
Yes.
1.4. I just rounded to 1.4 and
Another great bowl there by Chris. That's two good bowls. Yeah, it should be a good weekend up there, Nick.
While we're struggling along, I might tell that question that Shillo asked me the other day.
And what was that, mate?
He asked me if I still had his name badge,
Oh, okay.
and I said yes. It just so happened district sides, they presented Shillo first time he got in the state side.
Yes.
He played, I don't know how many, over 100 games I'd imagine, close to 100 anyway, and he had a gateway name badge. And they presented him with his interstate name badge, and I said, Shillo, you really won't need that name badge anymore. Can I have it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice gateway one with a little shell on it, Graham Shillington on it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's fine, Jim, and he gave it to me. He said, what are you going to do with that? I said, well, it's the last night in the district sides, and we normally go out to a nightclub after it, and if I get into any trouble late at night, I'll have this name badge on, so it won't be me, it'll be Graham Shillington.
Good idea.
And I've used it quite regularly on a regular basis in those days, but I went looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it, otherwise I'd be wearing it now.
Fair enough too, Jim. A little bit wide with this one. Did the damage with his first one though. Got shot. Hey, Chop, how are you, buddy? Yeah, mate, I'm feeling heaps better, mate. I was never crook in the first place, Chop. Very mild case, mate, from what I've led to believe, from what people tell me, Chop.
Is he here?
He's on the track. I'm just going to pull up a bit short. Good on you, Dale. Yeah, mate, your dad got in a lot of trouble with Jimmy. It wasn't his fault, mate. It wasn't his fault, Dale.
What do you mean that's hilarious?
Yeah.
I thought you might have still been listening there, Dale. Watching, listening, whichever it is. I'll have a serious hunt for that badge when I'm home next, and I might get to wear a Gateway name badge. Probably not. I might cross Gateway off it and just have the Shillington one. This is going to be two.
Yeah, great bowl here. And a knocker.
And this game is tightening.
It is tightening up very much so, mate. Couple of ends to go. They're holding 2 shots here.
2-2s after the first 2 lead bowls of Chris.
Good on you, Ross Cribben. How are you, bud? Right, Chris looking... Probably get it off this grey bowl. He's not going to be too far away with this one.
After his first 2 lead bowls were all right, this one's pretty good too. Second shot.
Yep, game on. You're dead right there, Timmy. Might only be one now, do you think, Jim? Hard to tell from here, isn't it?
No, it's 1 shot only. I was just trying to see what happened then. Nick round the head and missed. So Omar's striding after this one on their last end.
Yes, that's very much a nuisance bowl, that last one, isn't it? Takes that shot away from them.
I think that Jack went in the ditch and Omar's holding 3 or 4 shots to win this game.
Okay.
They've both got a bowl to play. Jack's in the ditch.
Right, Chris has to be very careful. He doesn't... If he hits this, he's got to really spring it. Oh, how could you get a bowl through there? Yes, Jeff, that is Jimmy C.
Nick's last bowl's coming into view now. And he's hung on the lip.
Drawn the shot right on the edge.
He's hung on the lip, hanging over the edge, ditch to ditch, and Omar will have to put him in with his last bowl.
Yep.
Jeff Levitt, a game of boozle tonight. We could get a card game going. Look at them down this side. Timmy Smith, Stewie, Shonky, and Stewie again.
Omar, big bowl. He's let it go.
He's looking.
Where is it?
He's not chasing it.
No, it's a win to Nick.
He's not chasing it. Well, I guess it's one shot to Nick, which will make 19-15.
Great win there to young Nick, having a stellar season.
I hope Ronnie Somerville's doing all the work of collecting the cards.
Well, definitely only the one shot now, Jim.
Well, what do you think here? Do you try and spring it and have the possibility of losing more, or
No,
you'd be happy to go into the last end 3 in front?
Yeah, I think I would be.
And just draw quietly and just try and tap it back 6 inches.
I think I'd probably just try and draw that, mate. I really would. I wouldn't go attacking it because
You
it could
could smack it and bounce it around and get out in that wing there and be 3 down. You
be
wouldn't be
3
happy.
down if it goes forward. And the way it's set, unless it's just cracked
As long
an
as
egg on.
long as he hits it with that sort of pace would have been right with an edge. Kane's put a kiddie straight into the ditch. You could see it on the top left-hand side of that corner.
Yep.
That's keeping them alive. So Ryan Digby's got last bowl. I think he's got last bowl. He's got a bowl here drawn to the lip. It fell right on top of the jack in by a couple of inches.
Great bowl there by Kane Nelson. Okay, playing his forehand. G'day, Ty. Hey, good on you, Spike. Be great to see you, buddy. We'll be on air in the morning.
Quarter to 9 kick-off, 8:45. Trial ends before it. Semi-finals of the ladies. It'll be the first one live streamed, and we don't know who'll be on in the afternoon. We'll be live streamed the final of the men's. Their semi-finals are on in the morning. Anyone still standing after playing 3 games today?
Yes.
Starting
long
at
day.
8:45 and still on there. And Captain, he's playing something. Now where does it go? It went to
Well,
him.
he's won a few.
He went to him.
Very lucky. I thought he played that with a little too much weight then, Jim. It's turned out to be very handy pick-up for him, though, at this stage of the proceedings.
Wins the game, one would think, because there's more than that. We're going to...
Put a measure on, measuring for another one, mate.
One would think that Jack High one in the yellow may be shot. Your guess? Clearly.
Yep. 3 there. Handy pick-up.
Well, 7 in front playing the last end makes it...
Yep.
Well... What? If they lose this game, they'll be dirty. How about we say that?
Yep. Yeah, close games, Jess, really are. No, Troy, all good, mate. Did my time. I'm back out. I'm allowed out. No, sorry, Joshua, we can't get it that far over, mate.
We can...
This is the last end.
It's 1917.
It's just 1917 on that.
That must make it 20 ends if it's 1917.
Great starter here by Chris.
He said, I won't get too close. I'll leave you room to draw 7 inside it.
Yes, you got that right, Stuart. He hasn't changed.
Last time I saw you, Stewie, was at Melbourne Cup. Was at the casino in Melbourne. Melbourne Cup week.
Mm.
And you were a loose unit.
So Chris with his next bowl, looking to look. I'd say just sit something in behind the head here, Jim. Yeah, 2 good bowls.
Ryan Digby's picked up the kitty out of the bunch of close bowls, trailed it 5 feet and sat on it.
Yep.
There we go, we can see it sat on it, there an inch away.
Not going to be far away, just going to cut underneath.
Too hard to score 7 this time of night. One thing about these teams on this rink, they've only had 2 games today.
Bates' game's finished 22-7-16. Called it quits.
Sean Baker's game has been completed. Well, they're shaking hands, so
We know who's going through into the semi, is what
Yes.
you mean to say.
yes. Yeah, handy home there. Still a couple down though.
Now, is that the right score with Nelson and Digby?
Yes, 1917 after 20.
It got 19 ends on it, Robbie.
Oh, shit, didn't go push me, pull me.
There we go.
Yeah.
To the difference, Digby's holding shot.
Why did that bloody go off push? Auto push.
A little bit wide with this one, I think, Jim.
Well, he's considering the options that he's
Yep.
not going to get 7. He's going to kill it or die in the attempt. Well, Nick Cole's had a couple of wins today that you'd talk about. Vesta and Sheriff in the same day.
Doesn't get much tougher than that, Jim.
I still recall a day at Toowoomba under 45s. We beat Kelvin Kirko in the first game and Steve Glasson in the second game.
A couple of days, mate.
Yeah, they were both 17. Steve was playing with Jeff Dolan, third for Jeff Dolan,
Jeff, yep.
and Kelvin was playing third for his old man.
Yep, Ivan.
You want to play them when they're 17. They were just becoming stars at that stage. We haven't thought of... You've got to think up a bit of a story of beating those two in the same day. You've got to get them when they're 17.
Obviously going for the kill, mate.
It's still that little flicker.
Yes, for some reason, Robbie.
I've got to join and I haven't got. It's probably on the grass. There,
Yeah, it
so
could be
it
too,
might
mate.
just a little-
We can see the main game that's left up on the top left-hand corner here.
Yep.
That might make it easier to kill.
Well, you'd think it would now, wouldn't you?
Oh, Dean nearly sliced it away, but he made 2.
Got to get a result out of this.
If you call that a result. Is that 7?
2, mate, 2.
and hard to kill
Two
too.
harder
Oh,
to
no.
kill.
It's, oh, well, maybe it's harder to kill. It's deeper in the field.
Yes.
We're down to the skips in the other game. Are we? No, we're not. He's having a bit of a peek at it. And here it comes into the head now. Jack? No. A little wide.
Right, Matty Lucas.
He's just trying to trail that out of there himself. which
What a bowl, Matty. That's why they call him the captain.
we've still got a fair few spectators at the back of the field, which you can see across there.
Hey, there's a good crowd in, really, Jim. I had dinner in there, and there's a good crowd in having dinner.
It was a good shot if he was trying to hit that red bowl out there.
Mate, got it clean as a whistle, mate.
I think it's pretty hard. Under lights, end of the day, 7 behind.
Yes.
There's a little bit of enthusiasm.
Another good bowl here by Matty Lucas too.
Well,
Leaving plenty of holes there. Just rocking in. Probably 5th shot.
I'm pretty sure this is last bowl for the Nelsons. As hot as they played in the previous game, the opposition had played equal this game.
Yep. And that was a quality game too. So,
Here we go. How
down the
quick.
cane. He's
How-
let it go.
Oh, he
he's-
slapped his wrist. Slapped his
He's not
hand.
happy.
I don't know which dwarf he is. He's bringing the opposition bowl up.
Yep.
And
That's a win to Ryan Digby.
and
So we do
Dean
have our...
McWhinney.
So there we do have our semi-finalists.
And it's all over baby blue. So, which dwarf do you think he was when you knew he wasn't happy?
Say again.
He wasn't grumpy.
Who's that?
When you said he wasn't happy, I was wondering which dwarf you thought he was. He wasn't
mate.
grumpy.
No,
He
really,
was pretty happy with the way he played such a good game.
It's been great bowls all day, Jimmy, and again, a big thank you to Robbie in very trying conditions to get us through another day of streaming. And it goes and above the call. Who plays who in the semis? Well, Timmy. Do you think we should tell him?
Yeah.
Okay, just for you, Timmy. You just tell everyone else to block their ears, please.
Baker plays Matty Lucas and Nick Cole plays Ryan Digby
There you go, Timmy.
at 8:45 in the morning.
So spec you down here, Tim.
The winners of that will play in the afternoon the final. That final will be live streamed. Tomorrow morning we're live streaming the ladies' semi-final.
G'day, H. How are you, Helen?
But I better do a runner and make
Yep.
sure all is good in the match committee room.
Yep, no, thank you very much, Jim, for your input here today, mates. Very much appreciated.
And thanks, guys, for letting me get on here and struggle like hell against those 4 corners with the lights going out. Somebody might have had a slug gun and shot them out trying to get out of playing.
No idea, mate. I don't know if they came on or not. I'm not 100% sure. I was inside, just ordered my dinner, and someone said they're all moving rinks. I said, what for? And they said the lights are out. I went, oh, okay.
The lights went out in Georgia. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.
Thank you very much, Jim, and appreciate that input of yours. Yeah, Timmy, some cracking games tomorrow, mate, and again, it just keeps getting better, Timmy. Every day the matchups are just absolutely fantastic. Good on you, Joshua. Thank you very much for those kind words, Vivian. And yes, well done to Matt and Chris. They're through to the semi-finals. As you can see, there was quite a good crowd of people around there watching, and a lot of people in behind the on the side and in behind the rink. So very well done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this stream could not be brought to you if it wasn't for the sheer generosity of some of our sponsors. So, yep. So, 3 of our major sponsors for the pairs. Identified Services, Cleaning, Maintenance and Management. And that's Kevin Champion. Kevin will be here tomorrow. We're going to do an interview with him around about lunchtime, so we're looking forward to talking to Kevin. Major Events Gold Coast and Broadbeach Bulls. 3 wonderful sponsors who pour a lot of money into our great game, ladies and gentlemen. So if you could utilise them, we would appreciate it. Thank you very much. And of course, the sponsors of Bowls Queensland, who do a fantastic job. Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, and Asset Sports. 4 wonderful sponsors who sponsor Bowls Queensland, and we do appreciate their wonderful support. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Robbie Allen and myself, Brian Marshall, a big thank you once again to all of the commentators today and the people that helped. We do appreciate your wonderful support. Tomorrow, semi-finals and then finals. 2 cracking games, a great day of bowls. So I hope you really enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Robbie and myself, thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed the telecast. Be back on air tomorrow morning at 8:45. So enjoy your bowls and support your club. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.
There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
Lawn bowls. Wish I found it earlier. What a game.